the pot of hot coffee. Woo!
Yeah.
Episode number 12.
That's a dozen.
Yeah, potheads.
Here, live.
Coffee
live,
drinkers.
Laugh.
We have Mike Ellison here.
What's up, fellas?
The
Welcome. Thank you.
the champion of both Long Island comedy contests.
Oh, man.
Holding both
Which
belts.
is the other Long Island?
What? No, there's
Long
two
Islands?
contests.
Oh,
There's two
gotcha.
comedy contests on the island.
And
He's the
Yeah.
champ of both.
big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my claim to fame.
So now people kiss up to him at open mics.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Kiss the
Is
ring.
that actually recording right now?
Yeah, this
I
is
really
recording.
hope so.
See, there we go.
All right.
All right, we're
Dropped and
fixed.
I just passed out.
He saved us.
We're recording again?
Yeah, we're good. I'm
You're
not running the
recording
intro
the whole
back. Yeah, we're good.
But were we recording now?
Yeah, we were recording. The audio was coming through. The screen was just frozen, but now we're good.
Oh,
All
man,
right, good.
So
We are
we're a
live.
minute in. We're good.
Oh, we're
All
good.
right.
Yeah.
Cool.
We don't
So
even
we're
have
live
to
again?
restart it. Yeah, we're good.
All right,
He
we're
saved
live from
us.
Guantanamo.
That's what. Hey.
Yeah,
I
so
just,
he's the comedy champion and
Yeah,
tech
that's-
savant,
Savior as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hack
Listen,
forum
podcast
moderator.
savior. Yeah.
Long time MU user on 4chan, correct?
What?
What?
No. MU music.
You're a 4chan.
I would say I'm a graduate.
I never really dabbled in 4chan. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
me neither.
I only really found out about 4chan when I started looking into what the hell?
what, QAnon?
Passports?
QAnon, yeah.
Oh, okay. Adrenochrome.
When I found out QAnon was 4chan, I was like, well, that makes sense. Like, that's where it's coming from.
Yeah, the guy in the what was his name? Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels is involved. It's just like
Source of internet culture is 4chan.
Yeah.
Like, everything's downstream from there.
yeah, that's
2chan.
What's that? Oh, isn't
No,
there 4chan?
Yeah,
Also,
Crossfire
yeah,
to LimeWire.
yeah. There was a couple of different
yeah.
ones.
There's the ones
Yeah.
there are ones that are like, nah, dude, I don't go on 4chan. 4chan jumped the shark.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
There's a
Yeah.
better one now. Like,
Right. Yeah. they're-
more illegal shit on there.
Right.
And then Reddit's
Yeah,
like the
for-
clean alternate.
4chan jumped the shark. They're no longer saying Hillary Clinton's a lizard.
Oh, no.
No, there was a 4chan user posting about an alien that he had pictures of in Antarctica apparently recently.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck
some
outta here.
UFO leaks. It was so.
gotta find
But to be
this.
fair, if there's one website I think the armed services is using, it is 4chan.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, I do picture just some guy in the barracks being like, "Yo, you can't believe what I saw today," like,
Just
like with porn playing on his TV. Like,
12 Kurdish hostages right in front of him.
yeah, it's just
Ready to blast off.
when you're overseas, you got to find something to pass the time.
Yeah.
So why not a conspiracy-driven website with?
yeah, just a forum where you could talk
Yeah.
about
Anything.
music and then go on another one and talk
Exactly.
about
Talk
conspiracies.
Yeah. Talk about how Michelle Obama has a dick.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, and then go on another one
Fun.
and talk about the trades in the NBA.
Or the new Arcade Fire album. Well,
You're a big fan of Arcade Fire?
hell yeah, of course.
I've never really listened to them. I always
They're one
thought
of
that
my
was like
favorites.
hipster music.
Yeah.
I think I know maybe one Arcade Fire song.
Neighborhoods?
Is that the one? It's like a famous one, right?
No cars, go.
Yeah, I don't think I
I
know.
don't know that.
Okay.
No, Arcade Fire, it's like Apple Music commercial,
Love
like Apple
that.
commercial music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah. I
it's like
that.
some evil tech corporation that's trying to take over the world, putting out like a bubbly advertisement, like Arcade Fire playing in the background.
Oh, wake up! I think.
They got some chick with like bangs in the commercial.
Of course, that's Shorty at the time. 2010 little baddie.
Yeah,
Maybe
looking
she's
like
not a
Zoe
very baddie
Deschanel.
baddie, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
classic. Uh-huh.
Yeah, one time I worked at Adventureland, and when that movie 500 Days of Summer came out, I had a coworker, and he's like, "Yeah, I saw that movie." He goes, "I didn't know what it was about." Turns out it's about being with a chick summer for 500 days. It's like, how dumb are you, dude?
Damn it.
Like, what'd you think it was about?
It was a year and a half long summer.
that's what
Kurdish
the guy
romance.
thought. He was like
Yeah.
some fried head from like West Islip. He's just like,
You know,
yeah,
he
dude, I
wasn't
thought it was
a
about
pothead.
like a long summer or something, like living in a desert.
Was Adventureland working at Adventureland anything like the movie Adventureland?
I believe the people who wrote the movie, like who wrote the script,
They-
worked at it actually Adventureland on Long Island.
Oh.
And then they filmed it at the one in like, there's one in like Michigan or some shit.
Okay, so they filmed it
They
there.
filmed it there,
Dearborn.
But it's
probably because it was
based-
cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called?
I said in Dearborn.
Yeah, I don't know. Dearborn, Michigan.
Eh.
I don't know anything about it.
As I say, you know where the other Adventureland is?
I know. I don't. I would imagine it.
You're just guessing. You're just guessing it's in
Because I
zero.
feel like if you've been to Adventureland on Long Island, you don't seek out other
they're not
Adventurelands.
associated at all. They just share a name because it's not like
They got goodies.
Okay, so it's like
it's not like trademarked or anything.
Right,
It's just like, we're Adventureland. Like back when people opened amusement parks.
Yeah.
right.
Let's
Like,
bring it back.
I'm buying land and I'm opening an amusement park. I'm opening a roller coaster theme park called Adventureland and a water park called Splish Splash.
Two separate water fountains. Definitely though.
Two
That's-
separate
We'll
ones.
bust out all the people from the inner city out to it. They'll have a grand time.
But they can't use the
Bro.
parkway.
The
Yeah,
one time a
cannot use the
Jewish camp
parkway.
came. One time a
Thanks,
Jewish.
Robert Moses.
So the Jewish camps would come all the
Which
time.
one? Crown
like,
Heights, South Williamsburg.
no, all of them. All the Hasids, bro.
Rockland County?
Orthodox, every type.
Adventureland.
Yeah, they'd have the little. They'd
Bueller?
shave their heads, but they'd keep their locks.
Baller.
Yeah.
Oh.
But only the old head, like the head dude,
call him
the
fry
rabbi
locks.
or whatever. The rabbi would be
Rebbe?
dressed like Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
but
Rebbe dripped.
one time there was a bunch of Jewish kids and they were like, "Where is this spooky house?" They're calling the haunted house the spooky house.
Why? Because it has like smartphones inside.
Where is this spooky? No, 'cause it's spooky, I guess.
Yeah, what makes it spooky?
I don't know. They're just. I think English is like their third language.
Oh yeah,
Because they speak like Yiddish, and Hebrew. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
But I speak
Sometimes,
the Hungarian
sometimes they were
dialect.
really strict, like, and they weren't allowed to speak to the employees. Like one of the
What?
counselors would speak.
Yeah,
For,
they're Goyim.
Oh wow.
yeah, because they were
Goyim.
like, all the little kids would just be speaking Yiddish to each other.
You want to
Oh,
hit
wow.
a Yiddish
Yeah.
life hack? How to get free wine?
What?
Yeah.
You just chill in a super Hasidic neighborhood on a Saturday, and you
Okay.
be the Shabbos Goyim, and you switch on and off the air conditioner, you turn on and off the light.
Oh right, because they can't touch anything.
Yeah.
Right? Like they,
Wait, you can get
correct.
paid
Yeah,
for
they-
that? That's a job?
Because
You
yeah,
get
they
paid in
can't use
items.
they can't use gas. or
Oh, so they
electric
barter
or-
with you. So they give you like
Yeah.
wine and stuff.
Yeah, and you get free food, you get a nice dinner, maybe a wifey, you know?
Yeah,
You're,
you
a
just-
man, you're the wildest person ever. You're the only person I know that recommends
To do
hanging out with
Shabbos
Hasids on Goyim, and then
Yeah.
we can also
On the
get me a
Sabbath.
rent-controlled apartment from an Asian lady.
Yeah, I
in
got you right now.
Chinatown.
I got you right now. I'm my contact.
He's like, dude, yo, $600. You want a Section 8 house apartment?
Yeah, I got
For
it.
indefinite time.
Yeah, until the next people come in. But you don't got to pay anything much more than the minimum.
I mean, that's pretty. Hey,
That's a deal. That's what I'm saying.
It's a realtor special.
you know, sometimes you gotta bargain shop, and
Mhm.
if you don't mind having some cockroaches,
Yeah.
Exactly. You
your
just spray
roommates.
them. Ah!
right? Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you know, I don't really
Silly.
do cooking. We don't really do
Air
cooking.
fry,
You know,
air
it's
fry.
all takeout, right?
Yeah.
You can't have roaches in your takeout.
And if you're
If they
as I
beat me
say,
to it, they
if
beat
you're
me
only
to it.
paying $600 a month in rent, you can afford the takeout.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Just get Planet Fitness. You shower there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go. That's
Deal
not a
with
bad
mold.
idea.
And all that. You just deal with naked old men telling
I
you
know
about
people.
their lives.
I know people live in office spaces. That's like a thing.
Smart,
like they'll
yeah.
like they'll rent out like an office space,
They're
and
creatives.
then buy like a hot plate,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I
then
mean,
like a gym membership to shower.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I mean, I feel like that was a thing back in the day. People get storage units and
Oh,
live out of a storage.
I've
unit.
brought that up on here, but I had a coworker that he got kicked at my old job.
Uh-huh.
He lived in a storage unit for a brief period of time, and he would smoke me up to drive him home, which was
Ah.
to his storage unit.
Sick.
But he couldn't
Yeah.
leave during
He
certain
was-
hours, correct? Or was it? a
I mean, he
24-hour
got
access
caught
rule?
like in like a month or two span. He got caught really
Yeah.
quickly. He didn't
Yeah,
wait to
they
work.
kind of look out for that. That's
true.
part of the reason why they have cameras everywhere. is
Hold on,
that
my
they-
dog's crying. I'm gonna let him outside.
All right, this
Ah.
is
But you guys
brought
can
to
keep
you
it going.
by My-esque shipping containers.
You seem like the guy who would try living in a storage container.
I wouldn't, because there's no windows, unfortunately.
Yeah,
That's
there's
the
no
reason.
windows in
Yeah.
those storage units, or a shipping container for that matter
Yeah,
either.
but if you drill it out, maybe
Yeah.
on a shipping container, you cut it out and scrap the metal.
Shipping container is a nice way to travel the world if you're
Correct.
looking to do it on a
Smart, just
cheap
do
time.
fake labels, fake
Right.
shipping labels. I'm going to Serbia.
You don't even need a passport when you go.
Right, you don't.
They
Yeah,
put
exactly.
me in
You don't
here.
have to
They
worry
put me
about that.
Yeah, you don't
Hey, you saved me. Thank you. They put me in this box. Just free
You just got to
travel.
worry that the air pipe doesn't get bent over like what happens in The
Hey,
Wire.
season
Correct.
season 2 of The Wire's fiction.
Okay.
That's not real. You know, they really.
Good point.
It's come a long
It
way
is
since
fiction.
2003. or
It's
whatever.
funny is that I actually am in the middle of rewatching season 2 of The Wire.
I like that. Have you ever watched The Wire, Travis?
Yeah, dubbed. Yeah.
Dubbed? Wait,
Yeah.
what, in another language?
Yeah, dubbed.
Wait, why?
Why did you watch it in
I
Yiddish?
watched it in Mexico. That's why the first 2 seasons.
Yeah,
on
Travis
DVD.
is like a Bam the Savage level language savant. He speaks like 10 languages.
Oh, really?
Like
Okay.
10, yeah.
Yeah.
So is it like Bam the Savage though, where you just say you can speak 10
No,
languages?
no,
and
No,
it-
you'll just see him hanging out with like random ethnic people
Yeah.
and speaking their language.
Shout out to Sheep Dart.
You know, he's just so good.
Shout out to the Iraqi Betty.
Oh yeah, you were macking on an Iraqi baddie.
Hell yeah. Isn't that ironic?
She got you drunk.
Yeah, she got me drunk.
What were you drinking?
2 canned wine. Don't know the brand.
Canned wine.
Canned wine.
What is this? 1983.
It tastes like grape juice. So I was
it
chilling.
just goes down like grape juice.
Yeah, and I don't drink alcohol at all. I haven't been drunk in, I don't know, 2 years maybe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been that long.
Yeah, only on planes.
Yeah, he went on Hartman's podcast, and Hartman was like, "I'm gonna get him drunk."
Yeah, he
And
had
I'm
Henny
like,
right
nope.
here.
Yeah, he kept trying
Only
to give him
beautiful
Henny.
Iraqi girls get me drunk.
Hartman tries to get everybody drunk on his
Yeah.
podcast.
Mm.
That's
I
like
would
his
have gotten
thing.
drunk, but his car is non-operable. Yeah,
So you
yeah.
had to
So I had to drive.
He
Yeah,
did save me. Yeah.
I took the train in when I did
you?
Hartman's because I
Oh.
knew
Yeah,
he was
Forest
like, "Oh,
Hills.
we're gonna drink." I was like, "All right."
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
I
He-
just like.
He didn't realize I could drink more than him. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
like,
Baller.
that was like kind of his problem. Tried
He
to.
was in a great Forest Hills. Shout out Forest Hills.
Oh, my dog's crying to go back
Again.
in. Yeah.
Alright, so what's the next advertisement?
What? Oh, we should talk. We should talk Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Travis, what do you?
Tons
What do
of advertisements to talk about on Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. What do I want to say? I think as a New Yorker, you could tell which team I think would I want to win.
Well, it depends. I mean, are you you're a Giants fan?
No,
You're a Jets fan?
no,
Oh, you just hate Philadelphia?
no. I love Philadelphia.
Oh, so you're rooting for Philadelphia?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're rooting for Philly? I might have to kick you off this podcast right
I
now.
You're
mean-
a Philly native. What are you
I'm
talking
not a
about?
Philly native. I went to school there for 4 years, but
Yes.
no,
It's
fuck
New York
Philadelphia.
Junior.
Fuck the Eagles.
See,
They got
I
Saquon
am-
Barkley.
I hope Saquon Barkley gets hurt in like the pregame
they got
warm-ups.
Donovan
like, just-
McNabb.
Yeah, fuck Donovan McNabb and his stupid ass Campbell's soup commercials. Him and his bitch ass mom. Fucking.
They have Terrell Owens right now.
They got rid of
2003.
they got rid of
Hell
him
yeah.
for his
Did you
real.
not see my jersey?
Yeah, he's wearing a Travis Outlaw jersey right now.
Oh wow, throwbacks.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
told
I'm
him to bust
saying.
one out. I figured
Yeah,
you'd
I
have
thought
a
we
random
were
one.
all down.
No, no.
No, I'm with you on the Eagles.
Okay,
I
good,
like
good.
the Eagles.
Every time I tell Travis to wear
them
something
birds.
crazy, he thinks
Do
like
it.
the whole podcast is gonna be
Yes.
like in on the bit. And I'm just like, no, just wear something ridiculous.
Why wouldn't I? I thought you were. gonna-
Because I know you have crazy.
I do. I have
things.
Danny Granger. I got fucking Peja Stojakovic, Vladi Divac.
Yeah, you gave my brother a Ronnie Cedeno jersey,
Look at that.
Just
You know him?
like a triple XL Ronnie Cedeno jersey.
Hell yeah. I
Yeah.
got Mike Trout triple XL. I got fucking Patrick Mahomes double XL.
What are you trying to dress up like an NBA player in 2004?
Yeah, give me 20 years and I'll make it even nicer.
Before they had the dress code on the sidelines.
Yes. Remember the big chains? No, that was before.
You ever see the pictures from the draft, like draft 2003, draft 2004?
oh yeah.
It's just the giant baggy suits.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God. The outfits were ridiculous. I mean, they still are. I
Yeah,
mean,
no. Kevin Knox might be the worst one of all time. I knew the Knicks picked a fluke when they drafted him, and he opened his suit jacket and he had a Fortnite. He had the Fortnite
Oh.
suit
We're
jacket.
talking classic Knicks, Landry
Kevin-
Fields.
Yo, Landry Fields was nice
I know. I'm
For a-
talking mentioning him.
for a nerdy half black dude from
Yeah.
that went to Stanford.
You know Landry Shamet, I think, is on the Knicks. Is that correct?
Landry Shamet.
Yeah.
What-
Well, they say
Was
Shamet.
was he on the?
I think he's on the Knicks now. He was on the Nets.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah, he's-
knock the
I don't know.
equipment over.
But he might be. I don't know.
I'm loving
He does not in Tibbs'
You're
rotation. I can tell
obscure.
you that much.
Heidu Turkoglu, is he?
Hidu
is he-
Turkoglu, yes, Hidu Turkoglu. Sacramento Kings.
Yes, Rick Carlisle, the other one.
Yeah. What, Rick Carlisle?
This is
You're just naming people now.
Right. We're just gonna just sit here and just
Yeah,
name
Travis is like, let me just
old
start naming
NBA
obscure.
guys.
I can do that for hours.
That is like I think we were
We were talking about
discussing
this, yeah,
We
yesterday
just
at
talked about
Station
this last
Pub,
night,
yeah.
like
What,
it
the
is the
Stoudemire's?
most. No, it's just like the most dude thing to do. It's just a bunch of dudes just sitting there, just like reliving the days of the past, like you know, naming old players. I
hope Caitlyn Clarke is in the press box again for with the Kansas City Chiefs friends and family. I'm a big Caitlyn Clarke guy. I stand with her. Yeah.
See, I'm more Angel Reese.
You know that really? Nah. Angel Reese is a bad girl. You know she's out there.
A bad bitch.
She's out there trying to be more than a basketball player.
Yeah.
Caitlyn Clarke's out there just getting buckets. You know what I'm saying?
I was actually all about defending Angel Reese until she got like upset when she lost.
Yeah.
And the other teams were like showboating on her that she was like, I can't believe they would do this. It's like, you did this to everybody.
You see all the people clowning on Angel Reese with the they're like ball like Angel Reese, and they're just bricking up layups. They're missing like 5 layups, and they hit one, and they start like taunting. They're like,
no, there is that guy who's like, Angel Reese highlights. And he's just like her bricking threes constantly.
Is it Ballsack Sports?
No, dude.
Cock sources?
No, Ballsack Sports is goated. NBA Centel as well. I don't know if you know.
Of course,
them on
NBA
Twitter.
Centel.
NBA Centel consistently just fooling people.
Yeah, they're good. They'll put like borderline stuff too.
No, sometimes you have to check. Like NBA Central today tweeted. So Kendrick Perkins said, this was a quote. Kendrick Perkins said on the Oklahoma City team, he's like, you would think it was like James Harden or KD or Russell, like they were one of the leaders, but like, nah, I was the real leader in the locker room.
I believe. Big part.
Like that's some shit you would read on NBA Centel.
Tabo Cephalosha, really.
Yo, Kevin Durant like quote tweeted and he was like, "Yo, he said something crazy in response."
Oh man,
that's so.
Did he call him Unk?
Dude, he did call him Unk, I think. Kendrick Perkins is so hilariously dumb, and then he'll just have like a gem. ESPN's so bad now.
It really is. It really isn't good anymore.
Like SportsCenter used to be a thing where there'd be they'd have the side bar, and it's you know what highlights were coming up. They'd show you the story of the game. You know, you get some first quarter clips, some second quarter clips. You know, they'd show you the bullshit,
and you knew like which hosts were going to be on which SportsCenter.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this one's going to be Rich Eisen and Stuart Scott.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Dan Patrick and you know Scott Van Pelt or whatever. And
no, you're right. And
but it's really ESPN like it was like almost like ESPN was like, oh, you have talent and we should pay you. No, we're just gonna fire you. It's
like listen,
because we're just gonna get somebody who's cheaper.
You can't. We gotta pay Stephen A. Smith $20 million a year to yell about LeBron James sneaker size.
Right. Or just make. Like him in that show, what's the name of the show? It was originally him and Skip.
Oh, First Take.
First Take.
Yeah.
Like, it is just totally built upon having ridiculous opinions that like...
It's like it's sports talk radio didn't have like callers calling in yelling stats at them.
And instead the hosts just did what the callers did.
Yeah, without any stats, without any reason, and it's just like... You know, like just talking up insane trades like that make no. It's the worst.
I mean,
it's impossible if you tried to follow sports from ESPN. You'd be lost. You wouldn't know what was going on in the league.
You really wouldn't.
You wouldn't know who's like.
You really wouldn't.
You wouldn't know who's popular at all. Like
whatever they talk about, that's it.
I do like NBA Game Time on the NBA Network.
Correct.
Because it's just like they get the guys who aren't good enough for like ESPN or TNT.
Right, and it's just like them breaking down the game as
really
the game.
I want to say
real time.
I want to say it was like Daryl Dawkins or someone got in an argument with like another like broadcaster right before it went on, and he like doxed him on the air. Like,
shit.
He just read his address out.
That's so fucked up. Hey, in case you guys want to throw a Molotov cocktail through his window,
he's like, yeah, you know, he's like. He says he can't do like I go on vacation for 1 week. Got a problem about it or some shit. Like,
oh my
like,
god!
Just set his address out, and the guy's like, "What the fuck?"
That's better than like ESPN, where everything's so looked after. You know what I mean? I'd rather watch an unhinged podcast. Like
I want shit to fall off the wheels.
Right. I want some things to fall off the wheels a little bit.
Ready for that then?
And everything's so heavily scripted on ESPN.
That is what I liked about when I was in Philly. They had Comcast Sports Network, which was like their shitty local news Like
Yeah.
comedy, like it was their. That's where like the Flyers played and stuff, and like
Yeah.
New York, it's all split up, right? You got like Yes and MSG,
Yeah.
and like MSG has like 5 different channels,
Yeah, it's like
and they just show marathons of like Spike Lee movies.
Yeah, that or like they'll just do like
JB Smooth episodes of 4 Courses with JB Smooth. I do like that show.
I never really watched it. But like
It's way funny. JB Smooth is actually hilarious. Like,
oh, he's Curb Your Enthusiasm.
He'll just have
fantastic.
he'll have like a Nick star, and then like a stand-up comedian, and then like an actor, and then he'll just be talking over them the entire time,
and just riffing and
Yeah.
talking shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good show, but they don't talk about sports on MSG. There's like it's like like one sports betting show or like
the sports betting show on what
SNY.
I want to say it's SNY.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, and like the guy that hosts it is so. I wish I could remember his name right now. I could see his face, but I can't think of his name. But it's just so funny how he'll be like, "You want my stone cold lock for this weekend, man?" And it's like every time it's just like the most obvious public bet that everybody was already thinking. Like it'd be like Super Bowl. I think the Chiefs are gonna win. Like bold stance.
I like when they're like we got our gambling expert here, and it's like a Zoom call with some Italian guy in his like living room in Long Island. He's like, let me tell you about what I got this week.
That, or I love when they're like, yeah, it was like, we got our pros to tell you what to do. It's like, my play for the game is a 10-team same game parlay.
Yeah, no, it's
10-teamer.
He's like, listen, you're probably not gonna hit on it, but if you hit, you'll make some fucking money.
Right, and it's all such a con. Those same game parlays.
Oh yeah.
Stuff.
No, if you hit on too many of those, they'll just cancel your account.
Right.
Like,
oh yeah, they'll
if
shut
you hit
you
on
down.
if you hit on like 2 of those in like a month, they're just like, nope, that's it. Like this guy's good at gambling. Nope.
Yeah, it's like that scene in Casino when Robert De Niro yells at him about the slot machines.
Yeah.
Everybody's
You know what I mean? Like too many times, like the slot machines got hit.
Yeah.
Customers gotta win sometime.
Yo, I watched a whole YouTube video about some guy who got rich making the devices to scam slot machines. So he made. This guy was scamming slot machines in the 70s when it was still like quarters spitting out or whatever.
Nice.
And,
Okay, yeah.
and he was,
Mr. Krabs?
And then they but basically like the real life Mr. Krabs.
Okay.
But he created like a device to like scam it, and then he got caught. And then he's like, oh, how about I like...
Basically, I'll sell it off. I'll sell the technology off to the casinos.
So basically, and then they
show you how other
not
people
even
can rip you off.
not even better than that. Way better than that.
Selling it to
criminals.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It would be like, so in the 70s they had one way that was really known, and it would spit, and it was common. And then in the 80s they made a new way with like lasers to like, it's like a laser sensor. So this guy with his earnings from scamming the old he would drive to like the outskirts of Vegas and scam the old style slot machines.
Go out to like Reno.
He bought a new style slot machine, backwards engineered a trick to it.
Oh.
Then found out how much he could make scamming those. Because you could basically unload, it was electronic, so you could unload the entire machine in a second.
Yeah.
Instead of like the other way, it would trick it by saying like, oh, the coins didn't spit out. So it would just not stop spitting out.
Right.
But this one, it would just tell it, hey, just unload all your money. So he created like a thing that like blocked the sensor or whatever. And,
and then it would just...
And then he was like, yeah, you can make like millions of dollars doing this. He got caught once or twice, and then he started selling them for like $800,000. He's like, listen, this is how much you're gonna make. Like,
smart man,
husler.
Yeah,
I love people who scam casinos, like card counters.
Yeah. Oh, card count. Like,
you ever hear about how Phil Ivey scammed the casinos in baccarat?
No, I never. You know what? I have heard something like, but how did he do it?
Yeah, so there's a couple guys. There's like 3 people in the world who have been banned from baccarat,
and Phil Ivey's one of them.
Phil Ivey, this Asian lady, and then this dude who was on No Jumper podcast.
Wow.
So a real mix of people.
Right.
Baccarat's like some high stakes like Asian gambling game. I don't really know how it's played.
I don't know the exact.
It's kind of like blackjack though, where you just play the dealer. It's just like you and the dealer.
Yeah, it's you versus the dealer, and the other people at the table don't matter.
Yeah, exactly. And but the way they won is because cards that like casino cards with the patterns, like where the diamonds are cut.
Right.
So since they were high rollers, they can request one deck.
Right. Yes.
Like less decks and less shuffles.
Right.
So they say we want to play with this one deck. It's a lucky deck or whatever. Like baccarat's weird like that, where they'll kind of do stuff to the player because it's like Asians are really like superstitious with their gambling, like Chinese guys.
Well, it's also rich people.
Yeah, no, but like
rich Asians.
Yeah, rich Asians, exactly. Like the ones who are going to drop $10 million in a baccarat game,
right?
Like because there are guys that will do that.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, yeah, we'll give you this one deck. Well, you play with one deck, and then they would look for card defects, and then like 2 hours in, 3 hours in, you know which cards are the
right. They know. Okay, that card's fun
because it's cut where the diamond's cut, basically.
Smart.
Yeah, but that's how they got banned. But they made like millions of dollars doing that.
So I mean, I personally, for one, everybody thinks card counting is illegal.
No,
there's nothing illegal about it.
I've actually learned how to do it. It's just you need a team to do it in casinos.
Right, because multiple
Where you
decks.
need a Russian girl.
Well, because they move through. You got to figure out how many decks the casinos are running.
Yeah,
and then with casinos, they're really like that whole movie. Was it fucking
21?
21, yeah.
Yeah, the Kevin Spacey.
With like the Harvard kids.
Yeah,
like so that's a real thing. Like, but you have to have like people who are like smart enough to like create disguises and like
it's a
because you have to watch out for the lookouts and you have to act like you're not card counting. So there are hands that you just burn on purpose and be like, oh, I'm gonna lose these. Like, I'm gonna lose money for an hour, 2 hours.
Right, exactly. You gotta minimize your losses while optimizing your wins.
Yeah, and like it's not card counting is not a guaranteed way to win. It's just a way to tilt it slightly more in your. It's just statistics.
Giving you more
stats.
of an edge.
Yeah. So you apply a plus and a minus to cards. Like halfway through the deck, it's either a +1 or a -1. And so you just run a tally in your head. Every card played, you go +1, +1, -1, -1.
Yeah.
And you'll keep it. So like, let's say you're at like -5. You know that a lot of small cards have been played.
Okay.
So you're expecting big cards. Let's say you get like a 15. You don't hit because you're expecting big card. Like that's really what it. That's how it works.
Understand.
Yeah.
You ever do that with like loose change?
What?
Like $1 scratch, huh?
No.
Damn, you never fiend rip them. Scratch off the window.
He has a joke about
who does
scratch people doing scratch offs. Yeah.
Scratch off people.
Yeah. You're a scratch off guy, Travis?
Deal with. Occasionally.
Scratch off people are the worst types of gamblers.
I hate getting stuck behind them.
They are terrible.
Trying to pay for gas.
7-Elevens.
Yeah.
Or a gas station. Yeah.
It's always in the middle of the day too. It's always like during like lunch hour.
It's retired old people.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, they're gambling their social securities.
That don't have anything to do with their days, and they're just like, I'm gonna go see Shaquille over at the local 7-Eleven and just.
I shit on the lottery. Like I shit on people who play the lottery, but I know a kid. Or in middle school, a kid I skateboarded with, his older brother worked at BJ's. You remember when there was like that, like probably like 2010-ish, there was like some like $500-600 million like New York State lot, like a record-breaking one, and a bunch of people from BJ's won it.
Yeah.
My friend's brother was one of the guys from BJ's. He was a BJ's employee, and he walked away with like $100 million.
That's sick.
And it was just like.
Is he still rich? Does he still have it?
Well, he went to like a finance. He did it right. He went to like a finance, but it's like
because as I say, a lot of people that win lotto, they end up broke.
Oh well, yeah. There's that British dude that went like he won like a record-breaking like UK lotto, and he just went on like a tear for like 4 or 5 years.
Fucking bender.
Yeah, no, he literally he just was flying around on a private jet doing a shit ton of like coke and banging hookers. Like
just
the UK papers were like writing about him.
Plus, people just don't know how to handle getting that amount of money.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Because then all the snakes come out of the woodwork. You know?
This guy did
everyone that pretends that they're your friend.
This guy in the UK was a garbage man. He's a garbage man. Hit on like 50 million pounds or some shit.
Oh shit!
And then just went on just balled out like a rapper
for Thailand.
Bought mansions, like just lived as irresponsibly as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Tesco on me.
And then just lost all the money, declared bankruptcy, and went back to being a fucking a garbage truck.
I would have bought the company.
No, he blew all. He didn't think that far, bro. He was getting drunk.
He could. Right. He was just.
He was getting drunk with the boys.
Banging hookers.
Yeah.
Ah,
Probably
smart
just
man,
giving
though.
money to people.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, dude, I always think of like, I mean, you got the NBA game on here. Like, you think about these guys when they get those first big contracts, and like all their friends are like, "Yo, dude, hook me up with this, hook me up with that." Like,
To be fair though, I was reading an article on maybe it was like The Athletic or something, but it was talking about how like the NBA it's not a lot of dudes from the hood anymore. Like it's a lot of like it's way more like upper middle class like dudes from like
well, you got to get into a good
athletic
school.
pedigree, you know? It's
Yeah.
like the NBA really cares about that. They want like guys whose like father played in the NFL or something, or like
Right.
his mom and dad were like college volleyball players. Like,
Oh, I wasn't even saying like hood. Like, I'm just saying like if you come from a middle class household and like
no, I'm saying even that. I'm saying like from like the rags to riches, like make it in the in the league
doesn't
like,
really happen.
like like Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving's like he came from like a rich like family. Like like he went to Duke.
Right, exactly. As I say, like to get into the NBA, you kind of have to go to one of these Division I schools.
Oh, 100%. You have to go to one of the best ones. Like
Yeah.
you got
Farmingdale.
no,
Yeah.
no, I had a friend in college. He was like he was on like AAU teams and shit, and but he went to Temple, and
okay.
but he didn't play at ball at Temple, and he would always joke to my other friends like in engineering, he'd be like, "Oh, I'm a D1 talent." He's like, "I'm D1 talent," and my friends would be like, "Shut up, dude, you're trash." He's like, "Nah, son." He's like, "I just didn't want to go to some bum ass school." He's like, "I'm smart enough that I could get into a real school. I didn't want to go to some bum ass school." And I was like, he's like. He made sense is when he put it like that. It's like, like, why am I going to... He's like, I don't care about basketball enough to want to play, like...
Professionally?
No, you're not... You're never going to play professionally if you're playing on some low-tier D1 school.
Yeah.
You're playing for Hofstra, like...
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the chances you're going to actually make it...
Yeah, you're just getting your school paid for.
Even if you go to, like a top tier, like, there's a kid that... went to my high school. He was a couple years younger than me. Many years younger than me, actually. But... His name was Jack Cohen. He was the quarterback for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
He went to Wisconsin, I think, originally. Yeah. He went to Wisconsin. He went to Notre Dame, and then he didn't get drafted, but he got picked up by like the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
And he had like a cup of coffee there, type of thing. But like, he made it to like the highest level of collegiate football you could possibly get to. But the only reason why he was good at Wisconsin was because he had Jonathan Taylor as his running back. He just handed the ball to Jonathan Taylor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was never going to make it in the NFL.
Lindenhurst has or I don't know if he's still on the Jets. Jeremy Rucker.
Oh, yeah, Jeremy Rucker, yeah.
Lindenhurst.
Yeah, he's like the backup tight end.
Yeah, he was like...
He's still on the team.
Yeah.
Last I checked.
Yeah, he was really good in high school. He has hands, but like...
Oh, as I say, Jack Cohen is a phenomenal athlete. Like, that's the, like, you know, same thing. Like, you could be an amazing athlete, but to actually make it to there.
Oh, you're the one. Like, but once you hit that level, even if you hit like the high end of D1, like you have a job as an athletic trainer. Like schools, like there's some prep school that's like, come and talk to our kids and be our tight end coach or some shit. You know,
100%.
Like we need an offensive line coach that we're gonna pay $100,000 a year. Like,
you're
like St. Anthony's is doing dumb shit like that.
Yeah,
like they're hiring like former Yankee relievers.
You have a job.
To go What?
Adam Warren.
But you're just naming a former Yankee reliever?
Scott Proctor. David Robertson.
Yeah, they're probably all coaching high school baseball right now.
Untuck Rafael Soriano.
Fucking reading ESPN on their computer all day.
Adam Gase was the head coach of his Jets, and now he's coaching high school.
No, high school pays high school coaching in the right spot pays well.
Especially you go down to like Texas.
Yeah, where they care about that shit.
Dude, like Friday Night Lights is no joke.
Oh yeah. Or even like Florida.
Yeah.
Like because that's where
they're gun ho about their.
What do you think Vinny Testaverde is up to?
Oh, my mom hated Vinny Testaverde.
Wow. Why does your mom hate him?
My mom.
He's not here. You gotta
my mom did not like Vinny. So she's from Floral Park.
Oh, okay.
And I'm pretty sure Vinny Testaverde is from there.
I think you're right.
And they would frequent the same bar, and apparently he was just a dickhead.
Wow.
Yeah. He was just like exactly what you would expect from an NFL quarterback.
Yeah. I remember.
Hold up.
I was gonna say, I remember that happened to.
Keep going.
Yeah. Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, the rapist guy that they say?
Yeah. Well, before he.
Yo, Ben Roethlisberger, he wore a fedora to his race press conference.
He wore a fedora to what?
Really?
So the press conference where he addressed his sexual assault allegations.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
He was like, he was like, you know what? You know how I'm gonna win over the hearts of America again? I gotta bust out the fedora. I gotta show I'm serious right now.
But as I say, it was Roethlisberger. Before even the rape thing, he was just known for like he'd go around bars in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he was
And he'd just like go into like a packed out bar and be like, "Hey, what's up?
Yep.
Ben Roethlisberger, get the bar a round of drinks," and like they'd buy everybody drinks, and he'd walk out on the tip.
Yeah, no.
He'd just walk out because he'd be like, "I'm Ben Roethlisberger. Go fuck yourself."
Whoa.
Like,
one of the reasons
I won you a Super Bowl.
One of the reasons
Except
Mike
it was really-
Richards and Jeff Carter, like when they were on the Flyers, they one of the reasons they got traded. This is like 2-star goal scorers or whatever, because they're only like 23, 24. So after a game, they'd go to the bar or whatever, dip the bar, and then go to Temple parties. And just show up and be like, "Yo, I'm Mike Richards. I'm Jeff Carter. Like, what's up?" And then just leave with the girl, like the hottest girls at the party.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
They would show up and be like, "Yo, I'm Jeff Carter." Just literally say that,
What a boss.
That's
and
it.
then just do coke and like leave with like hot chicks.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Philadelphia, we're very split on them.
is
Yeah.
that
But
as a
Pat the
culture?
Bat was loved. Pat Burrell,
Oh,
Philadelphia
wow,
loved him.
okay.
Apparently, he had a hog, and he was also known for doing coke and going to bars in Philly. And,
But he was a good cokehead.
Yeah. So he'd bang chicks and then go, "You just slept with Pat the Bat." Yeah, sure.
It's like Yaromir Yager.
Yeah. He would tell them after, like he'd be like, "You just slept with Pat the Bat." I mean, that's wild.
You just slept with Pat the Bat.
It's like, yeah, you just slept with a
Yeah.
240 hitter.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
right.
feel like if you're gonna call yourself Pat the Bat, you have to say that after you fucked her, because if you try to go into it,
I mean,
being like, "I'm Pat the Bat," it's like
everyone knew it at a certain point. So at certain
Yeah.
points, he probably just had chicks like, "Oh, yo, that's Pat the Bat, yo." Like, I'm gonna cheat on my boyfriend right now. He won't care, yo. It's Pat the Bat, yo. He's on the fills.
I'd be like,
he's gonna want a picture.
Yo, he's gonna want a sex tape with Pat the Bat.
think Adam Lind ever did that?
I got more stories about. I probably said this one on the podcast, but the Knicks were in town when I was in Temple,
Okay.
and this was J.R. Smith. You want to get the pipe, J.R. Smith, and he slid in some girl from Temple's DMs on Twitter, and he gave her the address to the hotel. Right. This chick shows up trying to get with J.R. Smith. Steve Novak swoops in and steals J.R. Smith's girl.
Wow.
Yeah, I was hyped when I heard about that. I'm like, "Oh, Steve Novak got game like that."
That's funny.
He's buckets on and off
He's a
the court.
three-point shooter, man. You think
And J.R. Smith's as reckless as he is on the court in the
True.
DMs.
Yeah, I mean, J.R. Smith. That's so funny.
My friend got shit on by J.R. Smith on Twitter back in the day too. My
Really?
friend Pat McCann. Shout out Pat.
Wow.
I got trashed by Antonio Cromartie once.
My friend shit on J.R. Smith's Young Money tattoo. He said, "Sit down with that gay ass Young Money tattoo on your neck." And J.R. Smith responded. So he had a profile picture with like another chick from the high school, like a chick
Yeah.
from the high school, and he's like, "Sit down with that big girl all up on you." It got like quote tweeted by like just a bunch of hood dudes. Like, they got him, man, little white boy.
That's so funny. He unlocked all my Madden 2006 achievements.
Oh yeah, he gave you 1,000 gamer score on that. I was there for that day.
Yeah, you were.
That was
Look
good.
at that. That's a long time
In exchange
ago.
for a fingerboard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A fingerboard, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
old skateboard thing.
Yeah, he fingerboards like.
Heavy.
Oh yeah, that's like your.
It's a hobby.
You seem like you have the fingers for it.
All the women out there listening.
Fingerboard talent scout. You're like,
Yeah.
"Listen, kid, you got good hands."
It's like
See, I got
bowling.
fat, stubby fingers. These fat things, they can't do. I can't do a kickflip with
You
these.
gotta get the wide ones. Oop,
Yeah,
right
you
foot
got
first
the-
try easy though.
I can't fingerboard either.
Yes, you
I
can.
never no, I can't.
Definitely, I
No.
have faith in you.
I never put my effort
Ladies,
into it.
this guy can fingerboard.
Yeah.
Pay attention. I could also play bass and bowl.
That's right. Those fingers are magic.
I worked a couple labor jobs. You know, little
Hard
cash.
hands.
Exactly. I play conga, so you know what you got. All right, so you ready for the guest game?
Oh yeah, we got a list.
Oh, we got a
topics.
game.
It's not
All
really a game. We just pick topics. And,
All right. Yeah.
motif.
So
Yeah.
okay.
You're gonna pick a number.
Pick a number
All right,
between like 1 and 200.
300.
Oh, what is it?
like you had like
1 and 294.
294. There you go.
Okay, 1 and 294.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go with my birthday. I'm gonna go with 33.
Here, give him 33.
We're
I
going.
hope
This
it's
is
good.
early in the list. This
I hope it's good. These might be the darker ones.
I don't even listen to podcasts.
Big facts. Huge facts. I read crazy.
So I recruited him because he doesn't listen to podcasts. So
Oh,
he's
really?
not. Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
infected by the.
Oh, so like,
Yeah.
all right. No, that's good. You're untainted.
Yeah, he's not
you don't-
tainted by comedy or podcasts.
Right.
Yeah, you're just hanging out on like Jackson Avenue.
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah,
don't-
I'm just happy to be on the camera and
You're
microphone.
just chilling in Crown Heights.
Yeah, hell yeah. Kingston Avenue. Catch me at 770 Eastern Parkway with the Reba. Nah. But, yeah, so we're going to have to pick another number because that's just a very short one.
Okay. All right.
Why don't you listen to podcasts though? They never interested you.
Other people talking.
But you listen. You're
So
always
you
just
like
out
to
listening
listen
to
the
stuff.
sound of your own voice.
You listen to music from
Yeah, I love
languages
mu-
you don't understand.
Good fact. But I
Yeah.
love the music.
You just vibe with it.
You
Yeah.
never like wanted to like just learn something
Oh,
about
yeah, YouTube.
You never just wanted to laugh though. Listen to like something
or
funny.
just listen to something silly.
Yeah.
Oi.
Oh, you think oi music's silly?
Yeah. Or like,
Well, you got a problem with working class.
someday I suppose.
Some,
All right.
Maybe.
You want me to go for a different number?
yeah. If you
All right,
want.
let's try to. I'll go 257.
Woo! Recent times.
Yeah, let's go more recent.
Let's see
figured
how
go,
controversial this one is then.
go from early to.
Which version of Barry White do you prefer?
Oh, that's such a lame one. Oh.
What's Barry White?
It's a silly song. I don't know why I wrote that one down.
Yeah,
That
he
one's too
just
niche.
writes stuff down here.
All right. Yeah, I don't even know what Bury.
Rollback Gypsy Miles. Here, explain that one.
Oh, you know how like
What's Rollback Gypsy Miles?
you know what that is?
No.
You know what that is?
No.
You know like the odometer on a car?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you roll back the miles.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Gypsy Miles. That's what it's
Yeah.
called. That's a
I-
slur, dude.
I didn't say it.
But you wrote it.
Yeah.
You wrote it down on your phone.
It's different if it's on Facebook. Somebody else wrote that. I didn't say it, but yeah. You know how you could get 280 miles on a car and you just bring it back to 75,000?
Yeah, it's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, right? You just run it in reverse.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah,
you play,
that's that.
you play a Balkan flute to it.
You ever watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off and be like, yo, Ferris is kind of a dick.
He
I'm,
really
I'm
is.
with what's his friend, Cam?
Yeah,
Full
poor
Yeah.
Cam.
Yeah, he's just having a panic attack because his dickhead friends just
Yeah,
causing
just
problems, like
Manic.
not respecting his rich household.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's just like, I'm gonna like
Yeah.
finger my girlfriend in the
Yeah.
backseat of your dad's car.
Yeah.
Ferris is just normal middle class
Drive me
pulling up
around.
to his rich friend's house and be like, "Oh, dude, I could just fuck this shit up." Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
your dad makes $10 million a year.
Shout out Vinny Iula.
Oh yeah, now that I think about it, wait, doesn't Ferris drive the car? He doesn't even let.
Yeah, he
Cam
doesn't
drive-
even. He doesn't really.
doesn't
let-
even let Cam.
No, he
drive.
doesn't want to drive it. I think at one point he's like, "You can drive," and he's like, "No."
I can't.
Yeah,
It's my dad's car.
my dad's gonna fucking kill
Yeah,
me.
my dad beats me at
Yeah.
night with soap and a sock.
Damn.
Oh, dude.
That's brutal.
Yeah, Cam had a dark. There's
Yeah,
a
he
dark
beats me
story.
with phone books so I don't
Right.
bruise.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
There's
Tina
the fun
Turner.
story of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and then the dark side of Cam's
80s
home
movies
life.
are just so much dark. Like the fun 80s movies are really just dark. Like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah,
They're just carrying a dead guy around.
right. Yeah,
They do 2 movies. They do 2 of them.
yeah. What I mean, wasn't the first one? The first one has something to do with them getting money, right?
Yeah,
Like-
so the first one is they're working at like a finance place, right? They're like
Yeah.
2 finance dudes, like
Like us.
junior analysts or whatever.
yeah,
Probably working like 170 hours a week, hating
Right.
their life or whatever. And what's it called? Bernie is like the head, like one of the seniors.
yes, and
And they were supposed to go on like he invited him out for like some weekend at his like place in the Hamptons or whatever.
yeah,
And then they show up and he's like dead.
right.
But then they're like, well, we got to kind of
make this look good, so let's. just,
well, this is pretty chill. Like we're
we want to.
on vacation still.
Right, we want to stay.
Like
here.
yeah, let's.
So instead of just keeping his body in the house, we're gonna bring him.
Well, they
around.
have to. He has to be present. You know, they can't really get to the yacht club without him. And
Right,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, so they have to
Yeah,
carry his
it's
dead
true.
body around with them. You know,
Yeah.
They're like,
Based
yo,
on
Bernie's right
story.
there. Like,
It's a fun movie.
yeah.
Sounds like
the
what
80s.
Rex does.
Cocaine was crazy in the 80s. That they were just like,
norm.
Yeah.
yep, let's make that. That
Yeah.
sounds great. We got a fucking hit.
Yeah. 80s movies, there are some pretty wild ones. Like, you ever see the one I'm trying to think of. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know if it was 80s. It might have been 90s.
Cocaine was probably still going.
It could have still. It would have been. You ever see Bad Lieutenant with Harvey Keitel?
No, but it sounds familiar.
Dude, you got some homework. So I don't know where you can watch it. I'll pull it up.
Pirate Bay.
I could torrent it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll pirate the music.
So basically, the movie. The reason why I keep thinking it's an 80s movie is because the movie takes place in the 80s.
Okay.
So it is.
Because it's all surrounded about the Mets, Dodgers, like
80,
NL.
Oh, 88.
88 when the Mets
Yeah,
lost to
yeah,
the
with
Dodgers.
David Cohn and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
I love DC.
basically, Harvey Keitel plays like a total degenerate, gambling, drunk, cokehead,
Sounds fun.
scumbag cop.
So he's an open mic comedian.
Yeah, but he's a dirty cop, and he's like stealing drugs from people. He's banging
Yeah.
hookers.
So he's a good guy.
He's
So it's a kids movie, is what you're saying.
it's a real kids movie. But yeah, it's one of the, like the whole plot of it is demented. Like it's about a nun getting raped. So like
Nice.
a nun gets raped and he's investigating it. But the whole time he's investigating it, he's just degenerately gambling on the NLCS and losing.
You know,
And
speaking of movies involving gambling, I was gonna ask if you said that movie was better or worse than Major Payne. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
Major Payne with Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
That's a pretty Major Payne was this. It's got a soft spot in my heart. Major Payne.
I enjoy that one.
That was like one of those that used to be on Comedy Central in the
Yeah,
mornings.
yeah. It was one of those ones that you stay home from
Wow.
school during the day, and the
Yeah.
Comedy Central showing that and like Idiocracy.
Yeah, or that, or
Thank you for smoking.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah, back.
Yeah.
I'm now probably too old for you guys.
No. I mean, I remember that, but Revenge of the Nerds sucked on TV because you didn't get to see the tits.
No, yeah,
You
you
didn't-
can't.
that's the best part of the movie, you know.
Yeah, but
It's-
Major Payne. Good
To be
one.
fair, talking about 80s movies that probably can't get made ever. Like they made Revenge of the Nerds. They're just installing cameras in a woman's in the sorority
Yeah,
shower without
yeah.
telling them. Like that's a crime.
Wow.
Yeah, that is.
That's an actual crime.
Yeah, that is not okay.
I guess video surveillance was new enough then. They're like, listen,
Yeah,
these guys are using computers. It's not
Yeah.
illegal.
There's a guy that did that at like a friend of mine's job. Like, he
Yeah.
wasn't- I'm not friends with the guy who did it, but he basically set up a camera in the woman's bathroom, and he was like watching it like a creep. And
Did
he
it-
ended up getting
fuck.
arrested and went to jail
What-
for a long time.
what musician?
I can imagine
what
if his
old-
defense being like, "Hey, I watched, but I saw it in Revenge of the Nerds. It was all right."
There was some old 50s musician that got arrested. I'm trying to think of who it was, but some guy. So there's like some old like 50s rock and roll musician that had like a chain of bars, and he got arrested for installing surveillance cameras in the bathroom.
Oh, what a creep!
Fuck, I forget who it's. I'm really blowing it by not saying who.
I mean,
it was.
we have phones in front of us. So we
Yeah.
can just
Pat will
look these
edit it
things
in.
off.
No,
Mr. Pat
I
will
mean
edit
I'm
it.
the editor.
I know.
But I don't really like editing.
Homage.
No, it
So
is.
we just
Yo,
outsourced
speaking of gambling movies,
Yeah,
Hardball.
Great movie.
hard.
I knew it
is
was
that-
gonna come
Keanu
up.
Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Where he's the alcoholic with the gambling debt, and he gets court ordered to coach a little league team
Yeah.
in inner city Chicago.
baseball, Mighty Ducks, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but is that no? Because Mighty Ducks, he's not
Baby.
court ordered to coach them, is he?
I thought he was. Doesn't he get like a DWI in the beginning
Oh,
of the
okay,
movie?
so it's a DWI. It's not gambling debt. Because
Yeah.
the-
No, it's hardball.
Hardball, he's actively gambling during the movie
Yes.
too. That's the best part. Is like look
Yeah.
at this guy. He's like the little league Pete Rose.
Yeah. Wait, is he betting on the Little League
No,
games?
no. He's betting on he's betting on like the Chicago Bulls and stuff. Like,
Yeah, he's betting.
it just shows him like after like winning a little league game and
He'll just be sitting at the
Fiending.
bar, just sweating.
no, he'll be
wild.
seen outside the bar because he's not allowed in there anymore. You know, he's watching from the TV.
Yeah. He's just looking through the window, the tall boy,
Bro,
just like, let's go.
When I lived in Philly, that would I remember distinctly. This was
not-
when Temple was ranked. Like Temple was ranked like probably like top 20 in football. One of my years when I was there. I get out of a night class and I get off the subway and me and my friend are here. What the fuck, dog? But me and my friend walk up off the subway and we're smoking cigarettes and we start watching it and there's just a bum outside the bar where there's like TVs on the street. He's just watching it. And this guy's more up to date on news and Temple football than we are. like he just sits around watching it all day.
He's homeless, but he's
smart man.
He's up to date. Yeah, he's just asking for cigarettes and money. He's just like I'm like, hey man, he's like, yo, Temple football though, yo, Matt Rule's pretty good, pretty good coach.
He knows his stuff.
Yeah, and then Matt Rule left before the bowl game.
Oh, right, yeah, Matt Rule. Because when did he take the
Penn State job?
Yeah,
he's like, gotta go recruit for Penn State. Sorry guys.
Damn.
Sorry guys.
Go get him.
The one school you really fucking hate.
Yeah, go get him in the fucking I don't know. Outback Bowl.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever bullshit like.
Yeah, go get that blooming onion.
Isn't there a Tostitos one or something?
Yeah, the Fiesta Bowl, or they were in the 1-800 Cars for Kids
Yeah,
Bowl.
exactly. Yeah. The State Farm Insurance Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really got bad with the bowls when they were just like,
oh yeah,
you didn't even have to be ranked to make a bowl game. They're just
No,
like, we're just gonna have 100 bowl games.
They've oversaturated it so bad.
I like the playoffs though. The playoffs is fun.
The college football playoff is definitely cool.
Because like, I don't know.
Yeah.
College football, I never really liked college football growing up because it was like worse NFL. Like NFL was fast, but now the NFL is so gay.
Yeah, there's just so much bullshit.
You know, college football, like they don't have full motor control. You know, they can't like.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just take a guy's head off because they don't care. They're not getting paid. So
there is something. I mean, there's something to like about both sports. You know.
Yeah. Are you pro NFL?
I'm definitely more of an NFL fan than I am.
I'm a pro sports guy, but like something about pro sports in the past couple years has gotten to me where I'm like
12.
Yeah,
it's gotten worse. I don't know. Fuck Roger Goodell. Like all the commissioners are bad right now.
Yeah, I understand why people are sick of shit with the NFL, but I feel like that's just something that happens every year with the NFL, is that there's some sort of bad call or a continuation of bad rules.
Oh,
and we just put up with it.
I don't care about the bad calls. I just more care about like just let them fucking play the game. Like they've changed like the rules to tackling so much in the past 20 years
they made
that
it like impossible for defenders to
that like
do
now
their
defenders
job.
are just injuring themselves trying to figure out how they can tackle someone legally.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like, oh, we can't have a wide receiver take a shot over the middle, but instead we'll just make this defender who's running full speed try to stop on a dime so he doesn't hit him, and then he tears his ACL.
Yeah, they made it a problem. They're like, you're leading with your shoulder. It's like, what are these shoulder pads for?
Right.
They're made to hurt someone.
Yeah, it's it's a contact sport.
Yeah.
It's funny too is that you don't hear people. Everybody complains about the CTE issues of football, which are real. I'm not saying they're not real, but like, what about hockey?
Yeah.
Where they slam each other on the boards.
Hockey's crazy.
And there's little legal fist fights that happen on the ice.
Insane.
And that's okay.
Well, the thing is, hockey.
What about UFC or boxing?
Also insane.
Yeah, no, hockey, it's like. No, the thing is with football, the thing that I think is fucked up, it's because the contracts aren't guaranteed.
Yes.
Every other sport, like hockey, like even if you get like hockey's notorious, like guys will sign like a 15-year. This is why they actually had to add term limits in hockey because like they'd have a dude. Yeah, they'd have it. Well, Ilya Kovalchuk just ran to Russia. That's another thing that. Imagine if football had that. Guys could just run to Russia.
Yeah,
they're like, I don't want to play football here anymore. I'm going to Russia now. Like,
yeah, that's. It's not a thing.
Football should start like they hit success with getting Samoans into it.
Yeah,
if they start recruiting like giant like Serbians and stuff and like.
Ooh, smart.
But you know what? I think because Samoans like the sport. Is that Rob Lowe?
That is Rob. No, it's Rob Pelinka. He looks like Rob Lowe though. Rob Pelinka does look like Rob Lowe.
I was just sitting here for a second. I'm like, that looks way too much like Rob Lowe for me.
I've never put that connection together, but now that's. I always because I always saw that. I'm like, who does Rob Pelinka look like?
Yeah, he looks exactly like Rob Lowe.
Remember Rob Blake?
This guy just scamming the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, just whatever. I mean that's another thing with pro sports though. Like this whole Luka trade. Like, how do you not lose a little faith and legitimacy?
Correct.
That like, the Lakers just got another superstar, young in the prime of his career.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna be there for the next decade?
I have some perspective.
Like, he's not going anywhere.
I think
They're never getting rid of him until.
No, he's gonna retire a Laker.
Right.
Yeah.
That or his play falls off and he still wants to keep going in his 30s, and they go, okay, we'll cut you loose when you're 35.
Luka has a game that he could lose a step and still be elite. It doesn't matter. Like,
right.
He's LeBron size.
You saw that?
Also, LeBron's 40
just
and
saw that?
still fucking killing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
mean,
insane.
My goat.
He's gonna get a triple-double.
Yo, LeBron might be one of the funniest athletes of all time.
Yeah,
His Instagram presence is so funny because he's he's so like socially unaware. Taco Tuesday.
Or today he posted a picture of him laying face down in a red light therapy bed, mad stiff, and it's like recovery, but he's just like literally like stiff face down.
Yo, he's always on the first page of a book. The NBA Twitter knows that every time he's walking into a game, he's on the first page of a book.
Yeah, it's just like, right, yeah.
That's the inspiration for the match.
Yeah, wasn't there a time where he was like sitting drinking red wine on the bench when he was like injured?
Yeah.
He'd bring his own bottle of red wine in. It's like, stop trying to look like you're cultured, you idiot.
Yeah,
You're
LeBron James rocks. When he drew the
I actually like LeBron James for the record.
He's been getting into art. He's like, I've been getting into art. You know, sometimes I just have to draw, and he drew like Bart Simpson, like a shitty Bart Simpson drawing.
Yeah, so good. He's always in a positive mood. I feel like on social media.
That's how you know he's just surrounded by yes men. No one's like, nah, bro,
For
maybe you shouldn't
sure.
post that. Like, he's like, yo, what you guys think of this? What you think about Bart Simpson drawing? Everyone's
Yeah.
like, yo, Bron, that's dope. That's dope, Bron. Yeah, yo.
You're LeBron's,
no one else does that.
You're LeBron's PR guy or whatever, and he's giving you $250,000 a year to do, check his socials or whatever it is, your job.
You seen Kevin
Whatever
Love
your
recently?
job entails.
Yeah, Kevin Love's been popping
Going
off. Yeah, he's been
off.
beefing with Jimmy. I don't like Jimmy Butler.
He just finished.
I hope Jimmy Butler the worst and the Golden State Warriors the worst.
Jimmy Butler's kind of a dick.
Yeah. He was like actively refusing trades places and stuff.
What I mean, I don't even get what was he just wanted more money? And
No, I don't. They were offering him money. I think he just didn't want to play for the Heat or something.
Yeah.
And then the Heat were trying to trade him places, and then
he would just refuse to go.
Yeah, they'd be like, "How about here?" And then he'd say, "Yeah," and then be like, "Actually, no."
Yeah, fuck you. I'm not going. Yeah, and that's another. It's a weird thing where it's like I want the players to have some level of power in sports because everybody complains about the players having too much power.
Yeah,
I noticed that a lot. Like when an NFL player holds out.
No, that's crusty old white guy stuff. That's like WFAN callers.
Yeah.
Like when Darrell Revis held out.
Oh yeah, dude.
That was
so much vitriol.
Just the best cornerback in the league. Like,
yeah.
He didn't need to show up to training camp. No one's throwing at him regardless.
Right. And you don't think he's in game shape, dude?
Yeah.
Like you don't think he's going to the gym. You don't think he knows the playbook and shit. Like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's a professional corner. He's the best corner. Arguably one of the best corners in NFL history.
It was wild. The Jets. I remember the Jets cut his They just cut him because they didn't want to pay his contract. They had him on the big ass contract, and he wasn't even bad. He was still good, and they're just like, "Yeah, we don't feel like paying you. We're not good."
I mean,
football's wild like that.
That's the thing. Is these guys all have such a finite amount of time. A running back, the average career of a running back in the NFL is 2 years, not even.
Yeah, well, they don't. Those guys don't get because I think running backs also realize they're like, I'm gonna end up dead in my car like Junior Seau if I keep playing this game.
Right. No, there's only so much time you can play.
Yeah.
I remember Barry Sanders.
Oh, yeah, Barry Sanders.
Well, that was the crusty old guys love to shit on Barry Sanders. Like, he started this entitled running back trend. They're just retiring without saying anything.
Yeah, I mean, there is a level of I feel like there's a balance point where it's I understand these guys looking out for their, but there are I feel like it happens more in the NBA where you see guys force their way to a team.
Oh, 100%.
Whereas instead of forcing your way to go play with your buddies, how about you Charles Barkley always said he wanted to beat Michael Jordan. But he didn't want to be on Michael Jordan's team.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that was where the 90s they were kind of retarded. Is they didn't want to team up. NBA always has been get 2 stars.
Right.
Fill out the cast and hope you
and then take a shot.
Yeah, because it's the only sport where they really care about rings like that.
Yeah.
The only sport where someone will be like, "Oh, that player isn't good. He ain't got a ring."
Yeah.
And it's what do you they counted against the guy for not winning a ring.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas no one's yelling at complaining. Like people were like, "Oh, Dan Marino didn't win a ring," but it's still arguably like stat wise, like
and it was,
the passing quarterback of his generation.
Yeah, I mean, also too. I mean, I feel like the NBA, because of just the way the game's played, where it's a 5-man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Five guys on the court.
Yeah,
sure.
there's 12 guys on a team.
Sure,
It's
right.
really
Sure, you
yeah.
rotate in some other guys, but like ultimately, your starting 5 is your team.
Yeah, one guy can turn you from the worst team in the league to one of the best teams in the league. Like,
Yes.
getting LeBron James will instantly make you a top 5 seed.
Yes.
Even at 40.
Right.
That's how basketball works. Like no other sports like.
Right. Where the NFL, you got 22 starters offensive.
Oh, that's where the NFL is so funny is you'll get poorly run franchises that will get it be like, "Oh, we just need one guy.
Yeah.
We just need one guy to come in here and change the culture."
Yeah.
And then they get a guy
Doesn't work.
and then that guy just gets like just injured so quick cuz it's like he has like no support like
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's for sure. And it's just like it's a team sport ultimately.
Yeah,
like
football's the most is like top down the most.
Yeah.
Like whereas basketball is like bottom up.
right.
You know what I mean? Like basketball starts with the players. Like it doesn't matter the coach and GM if you get the right players like
right, you can
win in spite of that.
As I say, I mean, how many times did LeBron take a Cleveland Cavaliers team that would
he made
sniff the NBA finals?
He made a fucking what's his name?
Ty
Dudley?
Yeah, no, not Ty. Even before that, Mo. What was the point guard?
I know.
He made him an all-star.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Well, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he had like
Williams.
Mo Williams. Yeah.
Mo Williams.
Yeah, he made Mo Williams an all-star.
Yeah.
Like that. I remember people would get mad at LeBron James when he first started. They'd give him like the choke artist title, and be like, he's passing to open guys for the game-winning shot instead of taking it.
Yeah.
It's like, how Kobe-pilled can you be? Like, I want to watch a guy take the jump shot with 3 hands in his face instead of
like
passing it to the wide-open player.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if he tries to take that shot and it gets blocked, then you're trash.
Yeah.
It's a self-fulfilling
lose-lose.
prophecy. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, no matter what. If I don't know why people hate LeBron so much. Like, there's been a couple of moves that
they don't
made.
watch.
People just like to hate greatness when it's present.
Correct.
That's really it.
It's the same thing why people hate the Chiefs so much.
Yeah, no, it's like
Bring it back to the Super Bowl.
yeah, no, like
Warriors
I'm
at the
pro
time.
Chiefs.
Oh yeah, that Warriors dynasty.
Yeah,
there
like
with Durant.
the Chiefs very likely. I'm saying very likely because I'm pro Patrick Mahomes. I'm a Swiftie. I'm pro Kelsey. Yeah, I got my Kelsey jersey hanging up in my closet.
Nice. What's his first name?
Travis.
Just like who?
Travis Outlaw.
Bingo.
Yeah, but
you should wear your Travis Outlaw jersey wherever you go to watch the Super Bowl. Like you go to a Super Bowl party.
Yeah, just say the same
Just
thing.
show up in your what's up, dude? I'm back at Travis's today.
I'm doing that.
I'm here to root for guys.
I'm doing that Terry Basement show in Seaford.
Oh, nice.
Is Title Fight playing?
Uncle Terry.
Uncle Terry booked me for some basement in apparently some rich guy's basement.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I never done it because
Doing stand up before the Super Bowl sounds like
it's
gonna be quite
definitely
the
a
gig.
little bit of a rough show. Because I feel like
So you're gonna be like, "Let's go, guys."
I'm hoping I can do 5 minutes on the Super Bowl.
yeah, like that's. I mean, how you got to address it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I gotta. I feel like the other comics. I don't think Donnie watches football
Puppy Bowl.
or Will
No.
McCarrow.
Will McCarrow
Will does, yeah.
Will does a little bit, but he's not like a diehard.
Yeah, like.
Donnie, I don't.
I don't think Donnie watches sports at all.
No,
so.
I think Donnie
And
just
I don't think-
watches
does
like
Russ watch sports?
propaganda videos.
Great band.
Just watches music videos of propaganda.
yeah,
Canadian
he
band.
watches Beavis and Butthead reruns.
I was
Yeah.
a teenage McCarthyist.
Yes.
Does Russ watch? I think Russ is on it too.
No, Russ does not watch
So
sports.
yeah, that I got my chance to
But-
eat half my setup doing sports jokes.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, I mean, it's funny is because you've seen me bomb at so
Yeah.
many mics with the sports jokes. Sports jokes work with regular audiences
Yeah.
because normal people do watch sports.
Yeah, it's just comics. It's like
For some reason, you could if you go to an open mic and do Yu-Gi-Oh card jokes, it's gonna
it's gonna crush.
because
Or wrestling jokes. If you cake your comedy in
Yeah.
wrestling joke references or
Yeah,
like
like-
obscure cartoon references, crushed.
But I feel like that's not going to work
No, it
for
doesn't work.
regular audience. Like,
no,
yeah.
it's like alt room shit. That's
yeah,
like
exactly. If
you remember back in the day, like O&A, like they'd always like shit on all those LA guys. They'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
those fucking alt comics with their fucking
yeah.
reference humor." Like that's what they were shitting on. Is guys who do
Right.
that and be like, "Remember that thing?
like exactly.
Remember that weird thing?"
Yeah,
And like that's the joke.
yeah.
It's like,
That's,
I remember it.
I was like, oh my god, so funny. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's hard to write sports jokes because you can't gauge them at the mics.
Yeah, the trick is I try to like if I try to do a sports joke, I want it to be funny. If you don't get sports, because I
right.
think that's where like some people get lost. Is like
yeah,
they start throwing a sports name in there, and it's like
yeah,
if you throw too many of those in there,
yeah.
someone's just gonna lose. Like someone who doesn't watch the sports is losing you.
Yeah,
like,
if like you try to drop a name like Travis Outlaw.
yeah. If you got to do
Logan
that as a
Forsythe.
tag after they're already laughing, and some guy who knows
Yeah.
Travis Outlaw is like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Travis Outlaw."
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like,
Not everyone's gonna know who Meta World Peace is.
yeah.
Pablo Prigioni.
Dude,
From the
shout out
Ricky
to Ron
Rubio.
Artest. Ron Artest admitted to drinking Hennessy in the locker room during his rookie year
That's
with the
awesome.
Bulls.
So who is it? What's
St. John's alum, dude. Rick Pitino's coaching the shit out of St. John's this year.
Was it? Who's the guy I'm trying to think of? The wide receiver from the Browns.
Wide receiver from the Browns.
Which edition?
Josh Gordon.
Oh, yeah, he got banned for smoking weed.
Dude, he literally couldn't. He was like, I couldn't play football unless I drank Hennessy and smoked a blunt before the game.
Respect.
Like he had to
Dude.
have.
I get that. I played semi-pro Counter-Strike, and I needed to go smoke some. I need to go rip a bong right before the match. Like I need to get toasty. Like
Why? 'Cause it's like nerve wracking.
no, not even. I'm playing a video game. Let me get high.
I
Like,
do that on
Yeah,
COD Mobile. I guess.
let me get in the mood.
Whereas I feel like if you said like, oh, I just play video games all day and I don't get high, people would be
People are
like,
like, what the fuck?
what the fuck's
No, but
wrong with
that's
you?
even worse. There are kids that do that.
Yeah.
They're like drinking like 12 sodas and just playing
Yeah.
Call of Duty for 12 hours straight or Counter Strike for 12. It's like,
Yeah,
I used to do that with COD.
dude, there was a kid. There was a kid on Counter Strike. On like there was like after matchmaking where the real nerds played. Like let's say you like remember game battles. I don't know if you
Hell
played video
yeah.
games.
I was not a big video game guy.
So we're-
my brothers were.
So
both
like
big
there's
video
like
game
there's
guys.
like
I wasn't.
you're like built-in matchmaking, and if
Yeah.
you're a real fucking nerd loser and you're
Uh-huh.
like these guys aren't good enough, I want to play with the good players. You'll
Right.
go to like usually like a separate service or there's like a website and
Okay.
they have a matchmaking system.
You're
So
warned.
So
you
there
can
was
play
a-
guys at certain skill levels.
You play like the really sweaty nerds as they say.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
The real mutants.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
haven't
the-
seen their dick in 3 years.
actually yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
the guys who have like you're like what do you do for work and they're like oh I don't work. And they're like oh
Right.
that's how you play 70 hours a week of Counter.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah. Like
That's how you've mastered this game.
yeah, you have no life at all. But yeah. So I'd play video games with those people. And there was a kid on the website that he wanted to hit the top. Like so, if you were the top player that month, you would get moved to like the pros rank, and the pros had a separate queue, right?
Okay.
So this kid's like, I'm gonna go pro, but his master plan was to just play the one map he was good at.
Smart.
Oh, okay.
So this kid
you
played.
just-
So if you know Counter Strike, this guy played 55 Pugs of Dust 2 a day for an entire month. So for 30 days straight, this guy played 55 games of Counter Strike a day.
That's crazy.
Like
I do
he
that on
basically
COD
was
Mobile
playing
with
for like
Rust
20
and
hours a day.
Nuketown.
Like
That's
Because, like-
and not to mention it's the same map. So it's
it
just,
was the only.
so it's just monotonous.
Yeah,
But he knew every nook and
Bro,
cranny of where.
Literally
people
what
got
I
so
do.
mad, and it was
Yeah.
just like this like autistic like 17-year-old kid playing like 40
Oh.
Pugs a day. Like you check the stats at the end of the month, it'd be like 300 games played. It's like
Yeah.
there's more time than I even have like to do any like to do
Right.
anything.
Like, when do you sleep? Like,
how do you have the stamina to sit in a chair for that long?
I know.
Like I play one game of like a video game, and I have to like turn it off and get up, and like that was sensory
Stretch.
overload.
Yeah.
Are you
I was
playing
this-
mobile video games right
I
now?
want to show you. I was playing this at 3 a.m. in Jamaica, standing in the cold, waiting for the fucking
You're
train.
playing this at Jamaica Station?
Yeah, max volume. And
You really are Latino.
yeah, look, Free for All Nuketown, exactly what we're talking about right now. That's what I was playing
here's
for
the
an hour
music.
straight.
Here's the
it's
music.
really good. Year of the Dragon.
You're just playing some Call of Duty mobile?
Yeah, max volume.
What? I've never mobile gamed. Is it-
You'll be
That'll
good at
keep
it.
the ladies away.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Uh-huh.
You just go, ladies, I know how to fingerboard.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
I know how to
And I'm
fingerboard,
good at
and
mobile.
yeah, and I'm prestige on COD Mobile.
Yeah.
I got-
AK-47, no attachments.
I got gold gun camos.
I was trying to look at that today. Funny enough, I don't have it. On COD 4, I do. On the OG.
You know what was the worst though? Is like I like video games, but whenever I would bring up video, like if nerds would get mad that I liked video games because I didn't like
You didn't
fit their
pass
nerd.
the-
I didn't.
You're a cool guy.
I didn't pass their nerd test.
yeah.
So like. They didn't want
were
me
t-
bringing up Magic the Gathering to them. Like they'd get kind of mad about it. They'd be like, "Yo, is this guy gonna make fun of me? Like, why does he know about this?" Like,
This guy's got a girlfriend and he knows about fucking Magic
yeah.
the
Like,
Gathering,
what
dude?
what the fuck's wrong? Like,
This is bullshit.
yeah, they're like sniffing me out. They're like, "What did he do? Did he like?"
He's a fraud. He's a fucking fraud.
I've never seen him at the comic book shop. I can't
Yeah.
smell him from
Collect
here.
knowledge just to use it as a tool, as a tack. And just scout out the comic book store, like you said.
Dude, we used to have a comic book store in Lindenhurst that
Yeah,
was
we
run
do
by
have-
like a pedophile dude. No, it's not owned by the pedophile guy anymore.
I feel like that's almost a prerequisite for a
Dude,
comic book
It was
store.
just a long-standing comic
You're
book
right.
store that
Next
kids.
to a massage spot.
And he really hated the skateboard kids. Like we, one time my friend, because we would pull up and just like look at, like
Yeah.
not buy anything, but we're
Yeah.
just going in there like making fun of stuff and like
Yeah, just like look at whatever shit he's got. And just
yeah,
check
and
it out.
like one time my friend he had like a cat in the hat thing, like stuffed animals sitting in a chair, and my friend walked up while we're all like buying like Jones sodas or something.
Oh, is this where I
And,
think it is?
Jones sodas.
Yeah.
That's a throwback.
And like the cat in the hat had like arms or whatever. That they had like some rigidity to it.
Yeah.
So he grabs it by like the top of its arm and starts making it do like a jerk off motion. And the fucking old guy, while we're paying, he's like, "That's it. Oh, you guys gotta get out of here!" He starts
You can't
screaming at us.
defile my Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, he got so fucking mad. We weren't allowed back in there.
Yeah, I remember there were two guys that worked there. One was super nice.
Yeah, the Asian dude.
He was super nice,
I think
exactly,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
I think he bought it. I think he
Okay.
moved. It's at a different place now.
Yeah,
They still own-
it's by Peter Pitt. No, not Peter.
Yeah,
Pitt.
we should go in there and ask for a sponsorship, right?
That's a good idea.
Be like, yeah,
Not a
we
bad
can
idea.
record in there. Like, hey, I was
I've
fucking
never read a
Exodia
comic
the other
book.
day.
I've never read a comic book in my life.
Me neither, actually.
Yeah, neither have I.
Look at that
Yeah.
trio of anti-comic
Yeah.
books.
The-
fucking come out.
The only card game I really ever got into was MLB Showdown.
Oh, that's a great one. Or Uno.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never got into comic books. I never got like I liked like superheroes when I was a kid.
Yeah. I kind of
Alex
I
Rodriguez.
kind of
Batman.
I stopped caring
Superman.
about superheroes
Sammy
when I
Sosa.
found out about NFL films.
Ooh.
Yeah.
When I found out ESPN2 showed NFL films at like 4 o'clock after school, and I was
Yeah.
like 7, and I was like, oh, dude, this is badass. It's got like the narrator, and he's
Yeah.
like, we're here at the gridiron. And it's like,
I used to watch and watch Oprah. I used to rush.
You
home
watch
after school and
Oprah?
Watch Oprah and Pokemon.
I would watch
yeah.
Oprah in high school with my friends.
Yeah.
One time there was we were just watching, kind of like, be like, yo, that's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And we would laugh and feel bad
I
about
remember
it.
one time there was
But
a
like
story about this lady that was trapped in a basement and like boarded in and everything, and it was brutal to see as like an 11-year-old. So
What, you start taking notes?
No.
Yeah. Oprah could
Oh,
be
sh-
heavy when you're 11.
Yeah,
That-
that's what I'm saying.
That's what the Super Bowl show is probably going to be like.
I guess you could say Oprah's been heavy for a while now. All right. They're not all gonna work.
Yeah. What's the South Park episode with Oprah? Is that? Oh no, that's Hillary Clinton's vagina.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, it was.
Is there a Rex? South
Hillary
Park
Clinton's
episode?
vagina takes people hostage, or Oprah's vagina?
Oh, wasn't it Oprah's Minge?
Oh yeah, it was. Okay, yeah.
Minje.
Yeah, Minja.
Minje.
Maybe they did it twice. Maybe Hillary Clinton's vagina also was a character as well.
The snook. Yeah.
Okay, so both.
Yeah. The nuke up her pussy was Hillary Clinton. They called it the snook.
Yeah.
Oprah's vagina was like holding people hostage.
Yep.
Minji and Gary.
Oh, dude, that shit's so good.
I don't think this is a good idea, Gary.
Wow, I
Minji.
forgot.
Yo, Travis.
Yo.
I feel like you saw the South Park movie like with your family. That seems like the type of
like a nice family outing.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring how you were probably in elementary school too.
When that came out?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember.
When did the South Park movie come out? That started it, right? That was before the show.
Bigger, longer, uncut. No.
Bigger, longer, uncut. Yeah, it was probably like what, like early 2000.
2000.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I saw.
Yeah, I want to say
You saw the. I just know you saw the Aqua Teen movie with your family.
Yeah, of course, we did.
maybe it was
We're all
2000.
fans.
When I met
99, maybe.
When I met Travis in middle school,
I
it was like what 07. Aqua Teen Hunger Force movies in theaters. He comes in one day after a weekend, right? And he's like, "Oh, I went to the movies with my family." You know,
You went and saw Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
him,
movie?
his mom, his dad, and his little brother.
Yeah, we're all fans of the show.
They all went and just saw the Aqua Teen movie together.
That's pretty awesome.
It was.
I was like, as a 7th grader, that blew my mind.
Yeah.
That a family would be like, "Yeah, let's go sit."
Let's go.
Like I couldn't convince anyone in my family to even let me watch that movie.
See,
like,
funny. Even my uncle was a fan.
Yeah. See,
All of us were fans.
my dad, like growing up, because like you were just saying, like comic books and that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I remember being a kid, and like I would like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or whatever, right? I enjoyed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but like if I was ever watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, my dad would just walk in the room, take the remote, and turn it on. Turn it
I
off.
thought you meant turn it off.
Yeah, put on what he wants.
No, put on whatever he wanted. Yeah, he would just take over the TV and be like, "No, we're not going to watch this today. We're going to watch The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly." And I'd be like, "I don't want to watch this." But then all of a sudden, like, you just get into it, and like now all of a sudden, like Clint Eastwood westerns are fucking badass, dude.
Mm-hmm. Man with no name.
My dad was
another
a big fan of turning movies on halfway through on like the movie channels.
Yeah.
Without knowing the movie.
I've done that, yeah.
And then kind of watching
and then
it.
just trying to figure out.
Yeah,
what's going
and
on.
like he wouldn't know the name of the movie, and you'd be like, "What are we watching?" And he'd be like, "I don't know. It's a movie. It's about it's about this girl." And then he'd be like, "What's it called?" And then he pressed the info button. And he'd be like, "Oh, it's called this."
Yeah, it's
like,
called the.
So you just been watching a movie for 40 minutes that you didn't. You missed the whole rising action. Like,
the girl with the dragon tattoo, which is like a 2-hour and 45-minute long movie with like a super complex plot.
No, that's exactly the type of shit it would be.
Like, it's about a girl.
Yeah.
She's got a dragon tattoo.
It'd be like a weird Tom Hanks movie from like 1997. Be like, "Oh yeah, it's some rom-com. I don't know. I like it."
I couldn't do that. Yeah, I gotta.
Hotel movies hit. You ever watch a movie?
That's it. I kind of do enjoy. Like I kind of do like cable television for that, because when it's a movie, you know it's fun.
Oh yeah.
You just pop in. You're like,
oh yeah. Well, dude, I'm
gonna catch the last hour of Goodfellas.
I knew you were gonna say it. I knew you were gonna say it.
Literally, I mean, that's like one of the best examples.
Yeah.
Favorite movie of all time.
That or like Boys in the Hood. Like they just show that on like every channel.
You get and you go, oh right, it's this part. Awesome. Oh,
yeah.
Man. Saving Private Ryan. That's another one. I feel like any point of the movie, like you turn it on, like I'm good.
Saving Private Ryan and Gladiator, those suck on cable because it cuts out all the good parts, like all the violent parts that you like want to watch the movie for.
Right.
They just cut it out, and it's like Gladiator, like. The Gladiator on TNT is so funny because it'll cut to like the beginning of like the Coliseum, and he'll like walk out and like it'll be and then it'll just cut to the end. And it'll just cut to the end. And you'll be like, "Oh, you're not entertained?" And it'll be like, it'll just cut the entire fight scene out.
Yeah, like when he slices the dude's head straight off.
Yeah, it's just all at it. It's like, nope.
Yeah, like no, you need that context of the horrible violence.
Yeah. Yeah, the movie just loses its charm without that.
Yeah. By the way, the second Gladiator stinks.
I didn't see it.
I take your word for it.
Don't watch it. It stinks.
Yeah.
I think you can watch it on Prime or something right now for free if you have it, but don't do it. It's way too long and it sucks.
You heard it here first.
Whenever I go in the streaming services, though, I just end up watching like weird documentaries.
Yeah.
Like my favorite one I watched in the past year was HBO Max had this one. It's about it's like a black and white documentary from like the 60s, but it's these dudes selling Bibles in the Midwest. And it's just these like Midwestern dudes smoking cigarettes in like motel rooms, being like, "Ah, it's a bad day today." And
Latter-day Saints.
No, it was just like I think they're Catholics or but they were just trying to sell. It was the 60s, like.
Aren't you not allowed to sell Bible? I don't know.
No, you're allowed to sell. Bible's like the most sold book of all time.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They were going door to door selling Bibles in like the West and the South and shit.
Okay, well that's easy.
And they were meeting up with like other Bible salesmen at like a motel room at night.
That's dope. No smoking
like,
blunts.
No, they just have a pack of cigarettes out on the table, and they were all just grabbing from it. It's like, damn, cigs used to be cheap. You could just do that.
Yeah.
Actually, I did witness
Throwing on
that.
a carton tonight.
The
fellas.
fucking the when I worked at the elevator place, all the Spanish dudes from the shop, when they would have a barbecue, they'd throw money on like a 30 rack of like Modelo, and then they'd buy a pack of Marble Lights, and they would just throw the Marble Lights on the table and just be like, yeah, grab it.
Yeah.
And they're just for everyone. Yeah.
Just community butts.
Yeah, they're just trying to rip the whole pack down before they went home.
Before their wives find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a nice sense of community, you know?
Yeah,
community
I would,
cigarettes.
It's fun. It's fun
pack.
drinking and smoking with a bunch of people you don't know what they're saying. You're just hanging with them and they're talking another language. And you're just like
Albanians on Arthur Avenue.
I've never done that.
All the coffee shops over there, you smoke inside.
Wait, you can smoke in the coffee shops and let's go.
Okay, let's go tomorrow.
The next podcast you got to do from Albanian coffee shop.
I will go tomorrow.
Can you talk to them? Can you try to set it up?
Yeah, I always say shame.
Let us record in
about
there.
the movie Taken.
Yeah.
Like, how do you guys feel about
let
that?
Let us record in a coffee shop, an Albanian coffee shop.
We can get it done.
Where we can smoke cigarettes. I would 100%.
We can get it done. We just got to tip big. We have to tip big.
We have to tip big.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd be losing.
Last time I was there, I tipped $2.
Oh well. Oh yeah. We'd have to tip on our meal, of course.
Yeah, we got to tip like $15 like minimum if we're gonna record there.
That's tipping big.
Yeah.
That's tipping big. We're talking 3 Abraham Lincolns.
Yeah.
That's probably his life savings right now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a coffee shop, but like they have like a full kitchen, or is it just?
Yeah, they got that too.
Oh, okay. So
Am I just gonna be hanging out with Albanians?
Hell yeah,
Like
Shiktar. I'm wearing Albanian colors right now. Look at this shit. Black and red, black and red, black and red.
Damn, dude, you're like Wiz Khalifa.
Travis Outlaw.
Yeah, Travis Outlaw, #1 Albanian basketball player.
Yeah, little known fact.
We don't tell facts on this podcast. Just say.
No, this is an educational podcast. So you can.
Purpose?
You know what? I thought about. I was thinking before I
It's an
came.
Albanian.
He's putting it on his Albanian.
Oh, he's Kosovar. That's what it is.
He's putting on his Albanian Eagle jersey.
Smart man. That's what's underneath.
The Albanians want to see the Eagles win.
Yeah, you're right.
Sure. I want the Eagles.
No, they have
win.
the wrong eagle. They're disrespecting their culture.
Yeah, they're Greeks. You're like, they're fucking Turks.
Dude, when I was in LA, there was some Greek guy.
Turkish guy?
At one of the open mics. I did 2 open mics in LA. One of them was in basically an apartment. Someone set up like a stage and seats like in an apartment.
You know, I hear that happens a lot more in the city. I've never.
Yeah. No, so like I pull up and it was like a weird like one of those like LA apartment complexes where it's like it feels like a motel. Like it's just like doors and like an outside like.
Yeah.
And there's just one door open and it's like an open mic going on in there. They have like a whole light setup on the wall and shit. Wow. It was like a whole setup. It was like, but it was weird. And there's where I'm getting at is there's a Greek guy there. It was one of those guys who does the open mic, does it as therapy. He doesn't have jokes.
Yeah.
He's just like
up there.
Like some like
my wife called me a pussy.
Some like 45-year-old guy who like failed at life, and he's just like going up there to like mumble his grievances or whatever.
Complain.
But he's like postal worker. He's doing jokes about pissing in water bottles or some shit. Just really great material.
Yeah,
but,
just the classics.
But he gets to the point where he's talking about being Greek, and he talks about how he's Greek, so that means he's not fat. He can't get fat. And I was like,
there's no such thing as a fat Greek guy.
I was like, every Greek dude I've ever run into in New York gets fat by the time they're 35.
I'm pretty sure they made a couple of movies called
My Big Fat. Yeah. Yeah, no, he was doing like a whole bit about like he's like, yeah, there's no fat people in Greece. Greek people don't get fat.
Pretty sure if you eat gyros every day.
Yeah, you eat fried chickpeas and bread.
You'll get fat.
Yeah, Yeah.
I know
Tzatziki
there's
sauce.
lettuce.
I'm pretty sure tzatziki sauce is heavy in calories.
Right, yeah.
Just think about it. Have you ever? I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're Stavros Halkias.
Yeah, he's pretty
fat.
You're
Greek.
making me want to fucking gyro right now.
He's pretty Greek.
A
and
gyro.
He's pretty fat.
A gyro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, gyro.
What about the Seinfeld episode where where Kramer runs up, where they're running off at the subway station to get the gyros? The TV Guide episode, same episode as the TV.
The TV
Guide
guides.
collector, yeah.
And he's always trying to.
They're Elaine borrows the guy's TV guide, and he's like, I collect them. And then,
I know the guy.
and then they take the one from the Costanzas, and he's like, I collect the TV guides.
Yeah, the guy finds it. He finds Costanza's house.
Yeah,
he finds
yep.
George's parents' house because
It's on the TV guide.
I know the guy who runs TV Facts on Long Island. I'm friends with him on Facebook too.
What's TV Facts?
Oh, it's TV
I've never even
Guide.
heard of TV Facts.
It's
Yeah.
a Suffolk County TV Guide and Nassau.
What?
Yeah, the little gray books that they give for free everywhere.
What, like the church likes?
They're everywhere. Any
What about
business.
you ever see the Century 21 lady
Of
that's on all the
course,
grocery store?
Yeah.
Cynthia?
No,
or
she
some
hasn't
shit?
changed her picture in like 40 years.
Yes.
Yo, she rocks. I would love to get her on the podcast.
Get her and
I wonder if
fucking
she's
Tony
still
B.
alive sometimes. Dude, Tony B, Islandwide Realty.
Yeah, get him and her on the same fucking.
We got a beautiful house here.
Northland did hers.
Yo, that guy also rocks. Me and my Latina wife.
Yeah.
Do you know what we're talking about?
No, I have
No,
idea.
Tony B. Islandwide Realty from
Yo,
Staten Island.
I'm
I'm shocked.
He looks like a guy who would be on a Long Island comedy show.
I mean, the name like Tony B. He sounds like he.
Do you know Anthony Jr.?
Anthony Jr. No.
Here, let me bring up Islandwide Realty.
You will.
I guess I'm gonna find out.
You will.
Here's Islandwide Realty. Turn the volume on.
Oh my god. Now I gotta follow this.
It's just some Italian like real estate dude from Staten Island. Then he posts like video.
Just posting videos of him drinking wine and stuff.
He's like, we got a beautiful property here. Like he'll just go.
Oh god, this guy looks like the worst.
What a fun property. Never really showed.
Yeah, he always calls. Yeah. He'll show a lot. He'll just show an empty lot. He's like, this is a fun property. You know, there's a lot of building opportunities here.
Oh my
You could-
god.
Yeah, he's the goat.
Oh man, yeah. He just. I didn't even hear his voice, and I could just.
Islandwide Realty. You know, I live in Staten Island. Staten Island has the largest Mexican community in the state of New York. And I'm friends with a lot of the Mexican people.
Sounds like a real crusader.
Undocumented immigrants. I always try to help. If you're undocumented,
I'll give you cash.
you know what's going on today with the government. ICE and this and that. Undocumented, and you own a house, and you're in New York City.
I'll buy it from
especially
you.
in Staten Island, or any of the 5 boroughs. Islandwide Realty is here to help you. If you have a family and you don't have papers,
Get the fuck out of here.
something could happen.
Get the fuck out.
This dude rocks.
Dude, that's the best. Hey. You know what?
If you
Sell
got
your house to me before ICE kicks in your door.
Yeah.
I'm here to say it on your behalf. Sell me your house in short sale.
Or I'm telling on you.
if ICE is coming or this
Listen.
and that.
This and that. You know what's going on.
If you got a family.
Yeah. You know the guy I voted for? The guy I voted for? He's coming to take you from your home. And that's why you should sell your home to me.
Especially Staten Island.
Especially if you're right around the corner.
If you're Mexican.
Yeah.
You're right, Mexicans. Oh, that's so funny.
I can't believe
I
that's the
love
video you found.
anytime somebody is just like, oh, Mexicans, or like, you could say any
If you say
racial
that word,
group,
yeah.
and then you're like, oh, you know, like, I'm a big fan.
That's this podcast. That's basically every episode of this podcast.
It's always
dude.
cultural appreciation.
We're just like, yeah, we love Indians.
Yeah.
Hey, we love Albanians.
Albanians.
Albanians, yep. We had
Listen, Albanians.
Danny DeVito.
It's that night.
we had a listener in Moldova. One of our first listeners was. We shouted him out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where that is.
Even if
Hey,
you
dude, by
smoke in your
Romania.
house, Albanians will buy it. I don't
I'll
care.
gut
I'll
the
play
place.
Jeff Dillon,
I'll
right?
gut the place. Sell it to some
ICE is
Guyanese
gonna
people.
come for you after they get the Mexicans.
So you better give me all your cocaine.
Oh man.
The beautiful neighborhood.
Oh, that's
Beautiful
so funny.
neighborhood.
That's fucking
From
hilarious.
property.
Fantastic property.
Is it Island-wide realty?
Island-wide realty. Tony B.
This guy
A
is.
free plug for that guy.
Yeah, and he's. I don't know if I should say I hate him or I'm a fan.
No, you'll be a fan of him. You'll turn.
Just watch a
Yeah.
few
Yeah,
videos.
he'll do a bit. He'll be like, I love my Puerto Rican wife. She cooks that arroz con gandules. And it'll just be he's like, boy, do I love pernil. There's nothing more that I love than some pasteles.
He's trying to sound like he's culturally.
Yeah, he's culturally appropriating it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Ya tu sabes mi gente.
I would book him, but I feel like he's got
He's
a
got
lot of
money,
followers.
man.
He would ask for like a G.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Listen, I could be. You know how many
Yeah.
houses I could be
Dude,
I'm selling
he's got-
Mexican houses?
Oh, he sells merch. He sells merch.
You got any Mexican neighbors?
If any of our listeners are really fans of this podcast, they would buy us Tony B merch.
Yeah, or Anthony Jr. merch too.
Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna get him on the podcast. We're getting an actual schizophrenic man on the podcast.
This is the plan.
Yeah. Here, let me.
He's
I
an
could probably
up-and-coming.
play one of his videos.
You're gonna bring him here to your
Do the porn
mother's
one.
house.
Yes.
You're gonna let the schizophrenic have your.
I don't think he's
address.
actually schizophrenic, but he's getting paid $100, so he better behave. I'm gonna bring Hartman. So
Yeah.
if it gets out of line,
You know what? You gotta have.
I'll have Hartman.
Yeah.
Maybe I have Kevin Lenahan too.
Yeah. That,
I have
yes,
some real
you got
criminals.
Some muscle.
Yeah,
you
some
got
guys-
Some
yeah.
muscle.
Full couch.
No, I was gonna say Hartman's like a fucking. He's like a straight up like MMA fighter.
Bristol, across the street from Life Storage. They can hire me. Bristol. All these buildings, right? I need somebody to maintain the buildings.
This is what he looks like too. He
Oh
looks like
my God.
Massapequa personified.
Yeah.
yeah.
The Yankee hat.
yeah.
Do the porn
The
one.
one earring. What? What?
That
oh,
one. Do the porn one.
Look at this thing. Imagine watching porn on here. Be pretty cool, right?
He just.
It's just. Has he never seen a phone before?
Imagine watching porn on here. That'd be pretty cool.
He's a legend.
Imagine watching porn on
He
here.
told the Indian dude. He's literally talking to the Indian TV salesman from the 40-year-old virgin.
Oh my
He's
God.
like, imagine watching porn on here.
That's his biggest video. That's his up and coming hit. I'm telling you.
Oh,
that's the type of guy that pays for Instagram ads for like
Yeah, he does,
his
actually.
shitty reels. Like
yeah.
it's just him talking, but like
So you see
there's
Macy's.
nothing to it.
ever since I started comedy, I've been getting more unhinged people in the reels. Like in the recommended.
Yeah.
I get a lot of like
No,
open micers from like the Midwest.
Yeah,
that are
it
just
makes-
like doing a room like an empty bar.
Yeah, and then they're just posting their dick joke or whatever.
Yeah, like their weird joke that it has like 23 likes. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, the deeper you go into comedy, the more unhinged psychos you're gonna come across.
oh yeah, you just that's
Yeah.
actually like because I was deep into comedy before I started it. That was
Right.
the thing holding me back.
Right.
Was like, do I want to associate with the people I have to associate
Yeah.
to
Do comedy.
to even get even to bar shows like
Right, like to get to that level. And then like it's like the sickness, if you will.
Yeah.
That's what a Fat J always refers to. Is the sickness. It actually gets more sick the higher levels you go up.
Oh, I'm sure because you get more delusion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you see it. You see guys that like Dr. Harry.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Harry opens for Ray Romano once. He shows up to open mics like he's the king. He's just
Hey, remember that time I opened for Ray Romano?
he doesn't know his fucking name.
In
And
2006.
yeah, exactly. He's like, I was doing a corporate banquet for fucking St. Jude's. Like, these jokes were crushing. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, there is a lot of that. I'm trying to think. There was a guy from like years ago who's like big claim to fame was that he said that he stood next to Tim Dillon.
That rocks.
He'd
Is
be
it Evan Weiss?
I stood next to Tim Dillon.
No, that's what
that?
got me. That's what got me going to Shakers when I first started comedy, because I was like,
Beat down.
Oh yeah, Tim Dillon.
no, yeah, that was like the mic he would
used
go
to go to. Yeah,
and I was like, because I would always ask people, like when I first started, like I went to some of like the Nassau mics, like Rocco's mic here, and then Mandy Jones had a mic in Deer Park or whatever.
Yeah.
I went there and I was like, these mics are good. Like, where's the bad mic?
Right.
Like, where's the mic no one wants to go to?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, you gotta go to Shakers on Monday night.
Oh yeah.
And then I went, and then I showed up early. I made the mistake of showing up early. I didn't realize no one would be there.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm not gonna get buried at the worst mic. Like, I'm gonna show up early. So I got there before Evan. I was just drinking at the Shakers Pub bar for
that's a sad experience in and of itself.
And then Evan, before Evan introduced himself to me, I was like, "Oh, I'm Evan. I do comedy." He just starts talking to me about being banned from DoorDash and like, what's the one where, what's the one where Instacart? Yeah. He was talking about. He's like, yeah, I deliver on all these apps. You gotta bounce them around. You gotta bounce around to really make the most money. And like, he's like, sometimes they shadow ban you though. You don't get good orders. He's like, I'm shadow banned on Instacart right now.
Shadow banned on Instacart.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there with my friends, like, we're both just drinking. Like, what the fuck is this? And then he's like, oh, you guys here for the mic?
It's like, oh, I just thought you just looked like a couple of approachable guys who would want to hear about my Instacart career.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to let you guys know that it's they'll shadow ban.
And then he
you.
starts talking to me. He's like,
not
yeah, Tim Dillon used to do this mic. And I was like, really? And I'm like, he's like, yeah, Tim Dillon actually showed up a couple years ago, like when he was famous, and a fight broke out, and Tim Dillon did his set and left.
That's so funny.
Because I guess he was in the Hamptons.
Yeah,
and that's probably one of the closest mics.
Yeah, so he probably was like, fuck it, let me see what it's all about. Stuff.
He's probably like, yeah, Evan's still doing it. Let me go to this shithole. No one will see me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there would be randomly like guys, like random comics that worked would show up.
Yeah.
Because they know Evan, and they'd be like, Evan. One time that guy Joe Curry showed up. Yeah. And he told Evan, he goes, don't take a fucking picture of me. I'll go up if you don't take a picture of me.
That's so.
And it's
come on, man.
I'm not. It gets better. So he's doing his set. It's fucking Shakers Pub. There's 3 people there. No one's laughing, but he's doing it like a pro, because he's doing his jokes and he has the pacing of like where laughs should be.
Right.
And then it's like probably like 3 minutes into like the 7 minutes he's getting or whatever, and Evan pulls his phone out to take a picture, and he just stops mid joke. He's like, Evan, don't take a fucking picture of me. I'll get off this stage right now.
That's fucking hilarious.
Like, I didn't take a picture. He's like, no, I saw it. I saw the flash go off. Delete it. And he made him turn his phone around and show him deleting it. And then he just went back to telling jokes like it didn't happen.
That's fucking insane. That's so nuts.
And then I thought it was because he didn't want to be seen at the open mic.
Yeah.
I saw Joe Curry like a week or 2 later at like McGuire's for some shit. And he's like, yeah, my girl didn't know I was at the open mic, and I know Evan posted it to Facebook.
Wow.
He was running defense on. He didn't want to.
Yeah, he didn't want
his girl getting mad at him for hitting the open mic.
For a second, I thought it was like, if my fans start knowing I'm coming to
that would
mic,
be even better.
Yeah.
That would be like, they know I'm going to mic still.
I can't. I gotta work on my craft.
I'm friends with Adam fucking Ferrara.
He's as I say, he used to get trashed all the time on Opie and Anthony back in the day.
Yeah, he's one of the
friends. He was friends with Anthony Cumia.
Yeah, he's like his claim to fame is being friends with Anthony Cumia and Adam Ferrara.
Yeah,
he's like yeah, he opens for them.
yeah, but like I forget who it was. Somebody I think it was Jim Norton or somebody. Oh, no, yeah. Rich Voss. Rich Voss was like ripping.
I'm a legend.
Yeah, that was actually like a really good Rich Voss impression. But yeah, it's just so funny listening to them.
Dude, Rich Voss rocks. I've seen. I was at a Legion of Skanks where Rich Voss was on it. He wasn't supposed to be on it. He just walked in the room. It was, when he was at Creek in the Cave.
Yeah.
So like Bonnie had something. I think he had a show with Bonnie upstairs.
Yeah.
Legion of Skanks was going on. He just walked downstairs, walked on, and they were going through a list of some guy, like this was probably like 2014, 2015, some open mic New York City guy wrote 100 best comics list.
Oh god.
And Rich Voss wasn't on it.
Oh shit. So Voss got fucking fired up.
But Bonnie was like top 25 on it. And he got really mad. He's calling the guy up. Since he's a New York comic, they go, anyone know this guy? Like, anyone know this guy? It's the Creek in the Cave. So someone's like, yeah, I got his number. Call him. Rich Voss calls him on speakerphone on the podcast.
I gotta look this up.
He's like, what do you mean I'm not top 100?
What the fuck do you know about comedy?
Yeah.
Voss going after...
I've been doing this 30 years.
Voss going after Birbiglia, Mike Birbiglia, is a fucking hilarious clip if you ever look it up.
One of my favorite things from like that scene, like the Cellar guys, is Ben Bailey from the roast of Patrice. Have you ever seen that?
No.
The Cash Cab guy.
Yeah, he's
he
a
gets
good
up
comic.
and does 15 minutes of the meanest, because he was a Cellar guy, so he was just getting bullied by all of them.
Right.
And he's like, oh, we're doing a roast?
Oh yeah,
I get to say mean stuff about Patrice, Keith Robinson, Nick DiPaolo, all those guys. Like, he just goes on for 15 minutes. They're trying to give him the light. He's like, I'm not done, you fat fuck.
I actually gotta watch that.
Yeah, he said one joke about Keith Robinson. He's like, Kevin Hart used to Keith Robinson took Kevin Hart under his wing until Kevin Hart ripped that wing off and went to Hollywood.
Oh god.
Now Keith's flying in circles between Philly and New York.
That's fucking funny. Oh man, how long are we going here?
Well, we're an hour 40. We can do plugs now and end this.
What?
Yeah. We did an hour 40, so.
That was fast.
Fast.
Yeah, this is a good time.
All right, real quick. Let's do this. Final score: Super Bowl. Go.
Chiefs 31, Eagles 24.
31-24. What do you got?
Eagles 39. Chiefs 28.
What are you gonna say? Saquon's gonna rush for 500 yards or some shit. He's gonna put up Madden stats.
341.
341.
No.
Yo,
188. 188.
There's nothing I want less.
A modest 188.
There's nothing I want less in this world than a Saquon Barkley. I'm going to Disney World commercial. Like,
yeah.
I don't want
he's
that.
He's gonna be putting on for your city.
No, fuck him. Fuck Saquon.
Philly.
Fuck him.
I'm gonna say Philly wins 27-21. That's my official.
Fuck Jalen Hurts. Fuck whatever his name is, Nick Sirianni.
It's gonna be a sad
I hate
day.
their stupid WAP coach. Fucking hate that guy.
Saved it for the end.
He looks like every fucking retard from Northeast Philadelphia.
We had to get a retard and a racial slur in here at some point.
Yeah. No, you started bringing up dude. I got every time I see that guy, I just get mad. Like
he really is. He's kind of an idiot.
He's just got a punchable face, and he goes for it on fourth down all the time, and it gets me really mad.
That doesn't even bother me as much. I just feel like he
coaches like he's playing Madden. It gets me mad. Like I just don't like that Philadelphia likes him. You know what I mean? They kind of have to like him now. He's been there for 4 years. He's won. They almost wanted to get rid of him though in between the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He was almost gone.
Last year they were a disaster.
That's what I'm saying. This is the franchise that got rid of Andy Reid. Arguably, like.
Yeah,
behind like Vince Lombardi and like Belichick and Parcells, like he's up there, you know.
I think they know they fucked up by getting rid of Andy Reid.
No, dude. When I was in Philly, they did not think they fucked up. They were.
Well, at this point, I think they do.
No, they still they're like, yo, we were never gonna win a ring with Andy Reid. I was there during the Chip Kelly era, and they thought they were.
Chip Kelly was the future of football.
Yeah, Wildcat offense.
Yeah, we're just gonna run
Johnny
a fucking. We're going to run a super fast offense.
We're going to put 3 quarterbacks out there at the same time. You not know who we're snapping it to.
Right, because Chip Kelly thought he was coaching fucking Oregon.
You remember the fucking quarterbackless setups they would do too?
That was dope.
Where Be like, we're not even going to put a quarterback out there. We're just going to put 3 running backs and pick which one we snap it to.
Yeah, just run crazy. Not to mention, he was just like I know he wanted to do like everything's fast. He's like, we're just going to play so fast they can't keep up with us. And it's like, it
worked for a year.
But it's like the problem with that is like if you play your offense super fast and like it doesn't work.
Oh yeah,
you're just giving the other team the ball for the entire game.
That's where gimmicky offenses, gimmicky stuff works in like pros for 1 year.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Even in college,
right? Like
basketball
the Wildcat offense worked for Miami for 1 season.
Yeah, they need to
because they didn't have a quarterback and they just had to try.
Yeah, and then defensive coordinators because NFL defensive coordinators are essentially generals. They're autistic football generals that don't like their family, and then when the season ends, they go into their movie room in their house and they go, I gotta figure out how to stop this.
Exactly.
This is my calling.
And once the season's over, they spend the next 6 months of their lives just watching last season.
No, there's a reason. There's a reason.
Watch every
ruminating.
There's a reason. Football coaches, their sons are also football coaches. Is because they instill that like autistic I get home and I watch 12 hours of fucking game tape.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
it never ends for a football coach watching football.
No, they're just rewinding it and going, what's that play here? Like, what's that left tackle doing on this play?
Because not only do you watch all of your games over again multiple times and dissect them and break them down, you then sit there and watch other teams' games multiple times, sit there and break them down and like evaluate every player on each other team's roster and see who you're going to go after in free agency.
Because that's the only way to. But that's the only way to grow your like whatever you're doing. It's like not draw a parallel to comedy, but like when people you could tell the people who record their comedy sets and like listen back, who not even watch, just listen back, and it's like that value of just being like, oh, I did this set yesterday, I'm gonna listen to it today. And then be like, what was good? What was bad? What do I need to work on?
People that are putting the work in.
Yeah, essentially. Because some people just go up and then they're writing jokes and they're doing stuff, but they're missing the whole performance
element of it.
Yeah, they're like, why are these jokes not landing?
Right.
It's a good joke. And it's like, yeah, it is a good joke, but
you have to sell it.
There's a disconnect between the audience.
Correct.
Somewhere,
Yeah, exactly. Just like just like anything else. If you're not believing in it, people aren't going to believe.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very motivational.
I feel like, that's what I'd...
Yeah.
Zazen.
So want to do plugs? You got anything to plug, Mike?
Sure. When is this coming out? Is this coming out?
Probably tomorrow. I'll probably put it out before the show.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So, February 8th, McGuire's, Bohemia, Uncle Terry McNeely, friends.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good show.
I'm going to be on that, too.
Yeah, right. You're coming down.
Yeah. Terry added me to that, so
yeah,
that'll be fun.
That lineup.
That's a stacked lineup, yeah.
Awesome. That's going to be a fun night.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully we get a shitload of people there, so buy your tickets.
Apparently,
sell it fast.
People, we got
Tom Anderson sold 15 tickets, apparently.
Yeah, he told me that. I was like, sell more.
Yeah.
But it should be a good turnout. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah. McGuire's is good. I like McGuire's.
McGuire's is great. And I guess just because we're doing it, speaking of McGuire's, in April 26th, I'll be headlining McGuire's.
Oh, you got a big headline date?
Yeah,
Congrats.
headlining April 26th.
Say your first one at the club?
No, it's my second time headlining
Nice.
McGuire's, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Travis, you got any plugs?
Yeah, February 13th, 15th, and 18th, Ezra Medical Care in Borough Park, Brooklyn. I got a few dental fillings I'm going to be doing.
Fuck yeah, dude.
They take Medicaid if you guys are interested.
Yeah, I'm on Medicaid right now, too.
Ezra Medical.
What Medicaid plan did you pick?
Hasidic. I'm sorry. I'm on Healthcare. United Healthcare.
That was a poorly rated one.
Oh, why? Because
I use
they get
Health First.
Oh, you
Health
have
First
that.
is 5 stars.
They accept it. Go to Ezra Medical Center.
Yeah, I don't need anything though, so I'm good.
Yes, you do.
No, I'm good.
You need anything they could give you.
So he's plugging his medical dates. Yeah.
So yeah, Ezra Medical Care. Highly recommend.
When are you going to England?
Oh yeah,
Shout out the
April 5th If you want to buy me a doner, I'll be in London. April 9th. If you want to buy me a bocadillo, I'll be in Madrid. And if you want to marry for me for papers, I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he hasn't made enough money yet this
You
year.
need 30K. You need 30K in the prior year.
Whoa, wait, you can't.
Yeah, so he's been offered 10 grand to marry someone for
Multiple
for
times,
papers,
but I can't do it.
but he can't do it because he doesn't have enough tax information to
Oh, really?
I haven't worked on the
to
books in 4
reasonably
years.
support.
Oh, shit. So that's.
But I don't think he makes. Do you make 30 grand a
Hell
year?
no, I make like 10,000 a
Yeah,
year.
there you go. See,
Maybe less.
I didn't even know that.
this
was a
man
thing.
lives in abject. Yeah, he's brought dates and paid for it with EBT
Hell yeah.
before. He's bought food stamp dates.
Beautiful.
Fancy guy.
Yeah. You
I
gotta
can't believe
cook
this
for
is
them.
all coming out in the
Yeah.
plugs.
Cook for them.
Travis
Love
just
you.
acted nonchalant this entire time, like.
Yeah, this is.
I went out with a beautiful
he's an
Baghdadi
enigma.
baddie last night. That's
Travis,
my
I want to let you know every time I bring someone on this podcast, I
Yeah.
see him at open mics later, and they're like, "How's Travis doing?
Oh, really?
What's up with Travis?" Like,
One day I'm doing great, next day I'm not. One day I'm doing great, one day I'm not.
How are you
Alive.
traveling to different countries with no money?
So I have a credit limit of 500. So I buy a flight and then I just chip away at it slowly.
and then he just sleeps on the street while he's there.
Basically, yeah. And also, I got a flight to London for $74, and then from London to Madrid for 66. How can you
Okay.
say no to that? You know what I mean?
Just
To
don't
be
get
homeless-
stuck
to
in
be homeless in a European country.
Nah, you just look at a little Moroccan.
He was
shorty.
homeless in Mexico for I
Yeah.
bailed him out when he
Oh,
was
so
in
that
Mexico.
you're just
a
gonna
little.
try to find. You're just gonna try to find some.
Una
chick.
princesa, yeah.
That's it.
Hey, salamu alaikum, my little
He got-
Moroccan princess.
He got stuck in Mexico during the pandemic.
Huge facts.
in southern Mexico.
Got deported.
Oh my God.
Not even in like tourism Mexico, like
Yeah,
like
suburbs-
jungle Mexico.
suburbs
Yeah,
and
like-
jungles. So that's it.
Yeah.
Literally, 5 a.m. bats before the Jaguars come. Not a lie.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Let me do the plugs and get out of here.
Holy shit.
I can't
to
believe
kill
all this is
monkeys,
coming out
too.
during the plugs. This is Travis, you're an enigma. I got the show Bohemia McGuire's with Terry and Mike plugged that one already.
February 8th.
Yeah. What's it called? I'm doing a show for Hartman, the 27th, I think. Lila's in
Yeah, we were
East
on his
Rockaway.
podcast, too.
Yeah, we were
That's
on
a
his
plug.
podcast. That's probably coming out soon. I don't know who's. I think a bunch of city comics are on the show at Lila's. What else? The 28th, I'm filming a show for Hartman. So yeah, at the city. What's the one? Fear City.
Oh, okay.
He's paying me to film it, so
All right.
I'll take that deal.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully I get up. So show up to that, support that, and then Terry booked me for April 12th at McGuire's, I think,
Nice.
and then sometime at the end of May,
Hell yeah.
and then Kelpie booked me for 420 show at Squarehead.
Squarehead Brewery.
Yeah, so
Where's that?
Squarehead Brewery's in Ronkonkoma, I think.
That's in Holbrook.
Holbrook, oh my bad.
Yeah,
It's all the same shit.
Vets Highway. Whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All
Close enough.
that whole area just blends together
Yeah,
to me. It's just
yeah.
like
Scream.
weird
dull.
warehouses and like trailer parks.
Yeah, it's a lot of. Yeah.
Gas stations are the highlight of the town.
That's it.
Travis, why don't you try to live in a trailer park? That seems like something up your alley.
Because I do like my backyard, and because if I'm gonna live anywhere but my house, it's not gonna be in the USA. That's why. If I'm not living,
It's gonna be a Mexican jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
legit. Yeah.
He's gonna be living in Guadalajara.
Oh, they'd like me there,
But
man.
at least I got my fingerboard.
Exactly. Yeah. I trade for the first try, eyes closed.
Wait, before we close this, let's tell the story about you fighting off the intruders.
Oh yeah, 3 times. Same intruder
What?
guy. I used to, okay, so I was squatting on a roof in suburban Mexico.
Okay.
Alright? So I lived in 2 parts of Mexico. One I was squatting, one I was not. And I was squatting on a roof, and I had my MacBook though, flex. And I used to use GarageBand and watch Seinfeld and shit like that. And I was able to catch the neighbor's Wi-Fi. So I think someone knew I had a MacBook up there, and there was this guy that would walk around with a machete out. He was just on drugs or some shit. And,
Having a good time.
yeah, people would hire him to do
I
landscaping.
love that Latinos just love to pick a machete as a weapon.
Yeah, they
Like,
love
that's
machetes.
definitely
My
one
El
of the,
Salvadorian
Yeah.
coworkers.
Yeah, they'll keep a machete in the whip.
Yeah, they They don't fuck around.
So he had one always unsheathed because he was just mentally unstable. But he would get hired to do actual landscaping because who else are they going to hire?
Right.
They could pay him $5 or pay somebody else $15. So he would always like get sussed out by me, right? Because who the fuck am I? You know what I mean? Like
El Gringo.
Yeah, exactly. But they would think that I'm from the north of Mexico, I guess, because I had like USA clothing.
You know Louis C.K.'s from
He's Hungarian Mexican.
Northern Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3 times I heard like, the gate opening. And then the 3rd time I saw him at night and I was going to set him up. So I was downstairs like in between the 2 houses where you could kind of hear. And I heard footsteps on the roof. So I ran upstairs with my flash. I saw him and I chased him along the rooftops like Aladdin. And I chased him off and he jumped off and probably broke both his ankles. I didn't see him for months. And then every time I would see him after that, I would literally say hello to him in the most formal way possibly. I would always be like, Buenos dias.
All right, that's been Pot of Hot Coffee. Last episode ended with Travis talking about a public masturbator. This episode ended with Travis talking about almost getting robbed.
Yeah.
This is episode 12. We had a great time.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for having us. We had Mike Ellison. Go check his comedy out.
Absolutely.